Yo, 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 everybody! Round 3. Fight the final round of the Scream 7 spoiler review series, baby. What's up, everybody? I'm Killjoy Jake. I'm your host as always, and we're talking a little Scream action here for the first day of March. Now, guys, this is part 3 of a really fun series, and as always, I have 3 things to tell you guys before we get into all of this fun stuff. Number 1, like the stream, subscribe, if you haven't already. That would help the page out, especially if you're watching this on replay. I would really appreciate that. Number 2, the most important thing, please be kind to one another. We all have different opinions about Scream 7, and hey, if you have a different opinion than someone else, then you might actually be able to learn something from that person, and that might even be more valuable than just agreeing with another human being. So consider that while coming into this stream tonight. And one last thing that I will say is that, as always, basically from here moving forward, is that I'm on the stew train, baby. So chugga chugga stew, bring back Stu Mocker, because I didn't see no goddamn body. So, but anyways, guys, I am here for maybe our last night of a Scream 7 therapy session. We are going to be, I'm going to be live later this week. We're going back to our usual schedule, essentially. I am taking a break from making videos this week and probably next week too, but you're still going to see a few little projects around the page. Then I'm going to have a marathon of the Scream rewatch videos, which is going to be really fun. I'm really excited to get into all of that. And then I have a little treat coming at sometime next week. I don't know when. I'm filming it sometime this week, but it's going to be, I don't know. I don't want to say any more than that, but it's a big surprise. That's what I'll say. I need to take some time off because it's been chaos, but I do have a fun little surprise, especially for our Terrifier fans out there. That's all I'll say. And I'm really excited to put that little collab out. So a bunch of fun things happening behind the scenes, and I'm really excited to get into all of it. One last thing, and I swear this is the last thing, and we will get to Scream talk. I just want to make this known again because we have a lot of wonderful friends who are joining us to talk some Scream, and that's great. But old Jake is going to try to get into some other topics moving into the rest of the year, and one of those big topics is Dexter, baby. We are rewatching. Well, not I'm watching it for the first time. You might be rewatching it. All of Dexter, everything from start to finish to catch up, because we have a new season of Dexter Resurrection coming out later this year. And basically, to count down to that, I'm going to watch the entire series for the first time ever on this page. And that's basically going to be the focus of Killjoy Jake for pretty much the next year. There's going to be 2 videos a week of me rewatching Dexter, just a couple of episodes. That's what the videos are going to be. And it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys will join me for this really fun journey into a series that many of you have recommended. Many of you have recommended I watch this, and I can't believe I haven't even seen a minute of it yet. So please stick around for that. That's coming out sometime after the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be really fun. Can't wait to get into all of it. I do have, and I just remembered, I do have a Scream 8 video coming out tomorrow. That's the last thing. Now let's get to this. What's up, Ghost in the Dark Kills? You're saying, hey Jake, what's up? Love your new video. I really enjoyed watching it, and I'm about to give Psycho Killer a watch to see if it's really good. Wish me luck. I'll join your stream after. Take care. God bless. Much love to you, my friend. I honestly, I liked Psycho Killer less than I liked Scream 7, so, yikes. I did not care for that one at all, sadly. That was a major miss, but I hope you like it more than I did. Thank you for watching my ranking video today. It was really fun to go through all 7 Scream movies and talk about the pros, the cons, and just kind of give you my ranking. Guys, if you haven't seen that video yet, there's a little bit of a hot take at the end, and it's a big, kind of a new talking point that I have about one of the Scream sequels, and I really hope you watch it for that big point. If nothing else, it's a big observation that I've made recently about one of my favorite Scream sequels, and I was really hyped to put out today's video. I've been kind of waiting to make this video for a long time, so please go watch it. It's a good one, and it totally bangs. I love starting a stream and I already have hiccups. This is wonderful. This is so wonderful. This is great. Life is wonderful. Paula Fitzhenry, hi. Hello. How are you, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in. Reaper Kid is saying, what's up, Jake Dog? The motive was kind of laughable and silly, but I still like the movie. I still liked some things about the movie. I mean, there's some things that really turn me off from it, but I can't lie. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, those kills were pretty damn cool. You know, I can't lie. I was having fun during some of those kills. It just kind of felt like as the movie kept going, I liked it less and less and less and less. You know, it just, the whole movie felt like it started in a pretty cool place, like a decent, like, okay, I'm like, this isn't bad. And then just as everything progressed and where it went, it felt pointless. Didn't feel so great. I don't know. And I've broken it down quite a bit on these last two streams. I'm sure we're gonna dig deep tonight, Reaper Kid, into some stuff. So don't you worry. Official Jacob Pacewells, how are you, Jacob? What's up? What's up? I'm actually kind of happy that Stu was AI, because that means he can come back alive in Scream 8 or 9 if they wanted to. This is very true. This means that, you know, maybe this brings the real Stu Macher out of hiding. Oh, some wannabes pretended to be me? Nah, fuck that shit. I'm going after Sydney for realsies this time. There we go. It's happening. Paranormal Activity gets news updates. It should be called Paranormal Activity 8 Bloody Mary. That'd be kind of cool. We've kind of already hit on Bloody Mary a little bit, right? You know, it's funny. Before that announcement came out, if you guys don't know, Paranormal Activity 8 is in the works currently being pre-production, going into production, I don't know. But it's being done by this dude named Ian Tuison, and he is directing a movie that's coming out on this upcoming Friday the 13th this month called Undertone. And I'm really excited for this movie because it feels like a Paranormal Activity flick if it wasn't found footage, and all about audio recordings that are haunted. And I'm like, ooh, this is a vibe and a half. It impressed a lot of people during its festival run, and this guy actually immediately got the job for Paranormal Activity 8. They're like, dude, this is the dude to do it. So that tells me this new Paranormal Activity is going to be great. It's coming from some fresh blood, you know, fresh perspective. Someone who's up and coming. Love that. So I have a lot of faith in that movie, as well as the one that's coming up here in just a couple of weeks. So lots of really good horror on the way. I think March is going to be a much better month for horror than February was. I would bet money on it. Damien Thurser is with us saying, wow, so excited for the stream. I'm glad you are. Thank you for being with us, man. While this movie does get a lot of warranted flack, Marco B worked his ass off, and it showed, or heard. I don't fucking know. I love that. Anyway, thought I'd start on a positive note. Now, you know, I need to see it again, because I've had many people say that the score really stood out to them on this one. And, you know, I think I just need to see it again, because watching it, that just never really poked out to me. I heard a few familiar things, which was cool. Like I definitely remember hearing Sydney's lament. There during the Dewey cameo, there was like this you know, twisted, more minor version of his theme, which was outrageous. So I guess that was kind of fun. But yeah, it was I don't know. I need to go back and watch it again, because a lot of people seem to have loved the score. I'm seeing people who, like, I agree with, like, people who didn't love the movie even say, they're like, well, at least Marco Beltrami's score was really good. And I'm like, maybe I missed it. I might have missed it. It might have just been something that didn't really poke out to me the first time, and I go back to it, watch it again, I'm like, okay, that rocked. That's kind of how I was with Scream 6. Like, the first time I watched Scream 6, I'm like, this is cool. The music kind of sucked. I went back and I watched Scream 6. One of my big revelations on watch number 2 was, oh, the score is actually pretty fucking good on this movie, dude. So maybe that's going to be my revelation with Scream 7 too, is I like the score a little more. That would be cool. But yeah, I again, just not really, first go around, nothing popped out to me, but it is Marco Beltrami, and I mean, my God, this guy's done some of the best music for the entire Scream franchise, without a doubt in my mind. So that's something on my rewatch I'm definitely going to be listening for sure. For sure, Damien. RJ Skarenki is saying, so 97 million, Scream 8 is coming, baby. Can't wait. Yeah, Scream 7 made a fuck ton of money this weekend, dude. Like, it's almost at 100 million already. That's insane for an opening weekend for a slasher film. My God. I've heard a lot of people talk about, you know, the reasons why, you know, like, why is Scream 7 so much more successful than Scream's, you know, 5 and 6? I truthfully think it's because they marketed this thing as this was going to be Stu Macher's big comeback. You know, we're doing that return to form. Not only is Sidney Prescott back, but also this is the Stu Macher revival film. And Matthew Lillard is hot as balls. Hot as hot buns, baby. I mean, this is, we're in the renaissance of the Matthew Lillard time period, which is great. And think about all the Five Nights at Freddy's fans, especially, who begged their parents to go and see this movie, because they're like, dude, William Afton is back in this one? Oh, shit. I mean, dude, there's so much about this movie that, like, yeah, it makes sense why it's making a ton of money. They made some big moves with the marketing. And I'm not going to go on the whole Stu rant again, I promise. Tonight we're really going to try to be a little more positive, especially more than last night. But to me, it's the Stu stuff. That's what has pushed this movie over. It's the fact that Matthew Lillard was all over the marketing, and that a lot of people really believed this was going to be the movie for them. So I think it has, me personally, I really didn't believe this until I saw it, but I do believe it's going to have a big drop off moving into week 2. This weekend's going to be huge. Week 2, I see it being lesser. That doesn't mean it's not going to have a good box office pull. Just to clarify, it's going to make a lot of money because of this opening weekend being too good to fail kind of mentality, and Scream 8 is definitely going to happen. But I do see a pretty big drop off in week 2, considering the reviews, and considering just the fact that I think a lot of fans left the theater disappointed. Magnificent Logo is saying, Jake, are you going to play more Resident Evil 9? You're goddamn right we are. I am so excited to play more Resident Evil 9 tonight, guys. I literally was like, I was exhausted at the end of yesterday's stream, and I'm like, I'm so excited to play Resident Evil 9. And I watched the footage back today because I'm editing a little video out of it, and I'm just like, I feel bad. I was so locked into the game that I'm just like this for like 10 whole minutes. Apologies again, but guys, this game, it might be one of my favorite survival horror games I've ever played. If you please stick around for that in about like 2-ish hours, because man, Resident Evil 9 fucking rocks. Holy shit. Definitely my favorite release of the weekend. I hate to say that as a Scream fan. It breaks my heart. Gory Tiger, what's up, my friend? Welcome in. We also have Graham USO saying, hey, Jake, yo, yo, yo. Manuel Munoz saying hi, what's up, what's up? Rocky Balboa saying, Jake, would you consider watching Scream 7 a second? Yes, 100%. Hey, listen, I am a very open-minded individual. I want to like Scream 7. Just for the record, just so everyone knows, I don't want to be a negative Nancy about it. And I will be watching it many, many, many more times moving into the future. In fact, I will be buying a copy of the film because I want to I want to revisit it. I want to like this movie. Dude, when I saw Halloween Ends, I hated that film. I hated it more than Scream 7, if I'm being real. And I've seen that movie probably 5 or 6 times. I still don't like it, but I've seen it 5 or 6 times. So no worries. I will definitely be doing a rewatch of that. When it comes out too, you will see a rewatch reaction video for Scream 7 on the page too. So I don't know, maybe we get a different take on it at some point in the future. I would love to fall in love with it. I would love to be like, oh wow, I just didn't see all of this. But I don't know. Not a very good first watch by any means, for me at least. Oliver loves Saw. What's up, Oliver? How we doing? Hello, all. Hello, Oliver. What's up, dude? I'm so excited for another Saw movie. Can I just say that? Saw 11 cannot come soon enough. Bring it on. Starlit Fox is saying, I give a 10 out of 10. You give this movie a 10 out of 10? Damn. It was a perfect film for you. Godfather who, baby? Joshua Brooks is saying, Matthew Lillard, and thank you for being a channel member. Same to you, Oliver. Same to you, Magnificent Logo. Matthew Lillard at his screening yesterday said, Stu is alive, and this film proves it. You're right. Stu is alive. TVs don't kill people. I didn't see no goddamn body. Dig up the fucking body and show me, then I'll believe it. We didn't see no body. Josh, you're right. You're right, is what you are. Perry Moberg is saying, Jake, are you seeing Scream 7 again in the theater? I'm not in a good place with that film. I'm in a less frustrated place with it now, but if I go and see it again, I'm just gonna be like, this fucking sucks. Oh, this is not good. I feel betrayed by Scream 7 right now. So I need to get some distance from Scream 7. I don't plan on seeing it again in the theater, if I'm being honest. But if you guys want to go check it out, go check it out. Make it happen. But I don't really want to. I don't want to sit through that movie again just right now. I need to get some time between that first watch and maybe like when it releases physically, and then I'll pick it up and then we'll come back to it. That I think that second watch after some time, you know. Time heals all wounds. Time makes the heart fonder, as they say. So maybe maybe I'm a little more fond of the film after some time passes. Jose Tapp is saying, what's up, Killjoy Jake? I'm vibing out. It's Sunday, baby. I'm doing good. You know, it's a fun weekend. I cannot thank you guys enough. February was such a great month for this page, and we are closing in on 40,000 subscribers. I don't even know what to say about that. I'm just I'm the happiest and luckiest little dude on the planet. So thank you guys for supporting me and listening to my stupid rants. I appreciate it so much. I don't know what to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peyton is throwing $2 out there saying, Jake, I have seen Scream 7 3 times now. Have you seen it all weekend? Like, you just went all weekend to see Scream 7. That's amazing. You love this movie. That's wonderful. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate. Do you have any new revelations about Scream 7 that you'd like to share? Too. Let us know, Peyton. I'm curious, like, if you have any new takeaways from, like, your most recent rewatch. I'm curious your thoughts. Let me know. I Like Screamin' Ice Cream is saying, hey, what's up, my friend? How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for being a channel member. Official Jacob Pace Wells is saying Insidious 6 should be called Insidious the Further. Dude, hang on. Have you heard the title of the new Insidious flick? It's Insidious the Bleeding World. Fuck yes. Are you kidding me? That's metal as fuck is what that is. That sounds like a new, like, death metal album. I'm so here for it. Insidious the Bleeding World. Fuck yeah, it is. I'm so excited for Insidious. That's going to be another, like, we're like stopping, the presses are going to be stopped on this page, and we're just going all in on Insidious. I just hope you guys know. When it comes to August, that's a couple months away yet, but oh man, it's going to be Insidious Central around here. Ghostface Killer saying, what's up, Jake? What's up, Ghostface Killer? How are you, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in. Kyle Scunberg is saying, good evening, Jake. Watch Scream 7 for a second time. The third act, you watched the third act a little closer this time. I now enjoy the movie closer, more on the motive, isn't as bad as some people are saying. My order is now 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 5, 3. What do you like about the motive? Be a little more specific, because I'm curious what works for you about it more this go around. Because I'm still just I'm confused about it, because I think it started in a good place. You know, I think when Anna Camp went on her whole monologue, I'm like, okay, you know, that was kind of interesting. And then, like, she just kept going, and it just kept getting worse. Because I'm like, okay, you know, there's an idea there. There's something there where I'm like, ooh, cool. And then she just kept talking, sadly. So that's where I'm at with it. So I don't know, the motive, the reveal, the bottom of the barrel of this franchise for me as of right now. As I even talked about in my ranking video today, my opinion on Scream fluctuates all the time. I feel like every time I come back to these movies, I pick up on something new or whatever. I mean, Scream 2 shot up my list this year. I don't know if you guys noticed that in the ranking video, not to spoil it, but Scream 2 is much higher than it's ever been on any of my lists before. So Scream 2 was one of those movies where I'm like, okay, I get it now. I vibe with this a little more. So I don't know. You never know. I never know how I'm going to rank the Scream movies. I think it would be boring if I just ranked them the same way every single time too. So I based it upon how I felt from my most recent rewatch about, like, just my love for all these films and how things have changed. So if you watch the rewatch videos, the reactions, and then go to the ranking video, there's so much clarification about why I feel the way I do about all these different sequels. Oliver is saying, I've seen Scream 7 and hated it. I think I'm done with the franchise. Damn, brutal. I'm an eternal optimist, so I do want to see Scream 8, but I'm definitely not as hot on the franchise as I was before. That's for sure. I'm just, if they keep this streak going of what they want to do with 7 moving into 8, I'm gonna lose interest. So 2 movies in a row like that, I'm jumping ship. But for right now, I want to see what Scream 8 is all about. I'm blaming it right now on just the behind the scenes drama and all that BS. So maybe that's what went wrong. It happens, and it's happened to the Scream franchise before, and they've always bounced back. So to me, that track record is pretty good. Hopefully Scream is able to, you know, bring it all back and do something kind of cool moving into the future. I love how easy it is to corrupt Jake's previous beliefs and get him on the stew train. See, here's the thing about that, though. And you guys heard me go on these rants many times, many times. My whole thing about Scream was I'm like, I don't want Scream to turn into just this nostalgia bait franchise where it has nothing else to offer except just pointing to the past. That's what this movie was. This is exactly the thing I did not want to see Scream become. And here we are. Now we're at the bottom of the barrel. Okay. Now we are down here. Scream has been up here for the longest time. And now it is down here for me. So if we're going to be down here, if we're going to be at this corporate slop level of cinema, we can at least make the fans happy. And Stu coming back and being the killer can at least do that. So now we might be here right now, but we could be here. You know what I mean? And I'd rather be here than here. I'd love to be up here, but we could be here is my point. So for me, I'd rather Stu just come back at this point. Like my expectations are set so low for Scream that Stu coming back would actually be an improvement upon where we came from with this film for me. I'm very let down. Everything I like about the Scream franchise, it has vanished with this new entry, and we need to get shit back on track. Frankly, it's completely the train has derailed. the train has derailed, and we got to get that Stu train back on the tracks, baby. Collarbone YouTube is saying, yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome in. W Dexter says, Bobby Smooth. Hell yes. I'm really excited to get into the show. No idea what I'm going to think about it or what the vibes are going to be. Definitely excited for that. Graham is saying, Jake, I have a question. In Scream 5, they killed Dewey and said no one was meant to be safe, but in 6 and 7, they barely killed anyone. Yeah. You know what else they did in 7? In 6, they established that Kirby Reed is going to show up for Ghostface. What is this?
It was in the dryer after you washed your clothes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You know that's
it's a cool ass coin.
The dryer, right?
I don't even know what this is. I don't even. Okay, hey, I. Sorry, but everybody, we're back to it. We got Keekster saying, hey, man, just watched Scream 7 this afternoon, and I was let down. I don't think it was the worst thing ever made, but I do think it was pretty meh. Got to watch your other 2 spoiler streams. Yeah, and, that's a big point to be made. It's not my least favorite movie I've covered on here, but it's a Scream film, and it's not good. Like, that, I don't know. To me, everyone's like, dude, set your expectations lower. And I'm like, what? Huh? We're talking about the same franchise, right? We're talking about Scream, the great, one of the greatest slasher franchises of all time. I don't know. That's just insanity to me. You are so kind. Thank you. Can I need that. Can I please? Can you? That's a flat. Thank you. You're killing me here. I stole one of her energy drinks, if anyone's wondering. I need it tonight, and I'm saving it. I'm going to crack it open in a minute. Apologies. Let's get back to this. Yeah, I thought it was pretty meh. And, people are like, dude, set your expectations lower. No. This wouldn't be one of my favorite horror franchises if I had low expectations for it. That's crazy. I don't know. Why is that everyone's talking point right now? Like, the majority of the comments I've gotten on my review are, set your expectations lower, bro. Just watch the slop and enjoy it. It's like, what? Huh? I don't know. That's insanity for me. If I'm going to talk about this movie for 3 years and hype it up, you know what I mean? And if the people working on this are going to hype it up that much too, I'm not going to talk about it any less than that, baby. Down the hatch, right? C'est la vie, baby. That is going to help with the stomach problems. Fun fact, I'm working on my microbiome. I'm working on fixing my microbiome. So I'm trying to get as much good bacteria in my system as humanly possible. And that little bad boy is going to help me with that. Anyways, okay, let's get back to this. Chiller Films is saying, theory, Stu is alive. The first face call, he had the scars, and the others he didn't. The first FaceTime call was actually him, and he is back. I'm hard coping. I love that you ended it with that, my friend. I really, I love that, but I do kind of hope that it would be so funny to me if the motivation of the next film is like, those posers decided to use my face. Fuck that. I'm the real Stu Macher. I'm coming out here and I'm kicking ass and taking names, baby. I'm kicking ass and chewing bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. That's not it. That ain't it at all. But I hope that Stu is pissed about this and comes out of retirement. That would be funny. Mike Adams is saying it was good, most of it, just the end and reveal sucked. I just feel like they didn't weave the murder mystery into the story previously. You know what I mean? Like, just didn't really feel like it was like, oh, the whole movie was about AI. Well, I guess that's kind of part of our motive too. That was frustrating to me. It's like the whole thing should have been about that, not diving into something else first and then trying to just say like, oh yeah, this is a part of it too, and oh yeah, this is a part of it too. I don't know. It's just, you gotta have everything's gotta kind of, you can't have multiple motives that clash. You know what I mean? That's not a very good murder mystery. that's just a lot of things thrown together into a blender. Zach is hanging out with us saying, "Sup, Jake? I get the hate for the reveal and the motives, but for deeply personal reasons, an element of Jessica's motive hit close to home for me with the abuse angle." And I see, and Zach, that is exactly something I talked about in my review and on these streams a ton. Because I'm like, that was a good idea. That was a really good idea for me personally. I remember hearing that in the theater, and I'm like, ooh, okay. Like, I can get into that. And then just my problem with it is we should have nurtured that. Because I'm with you, Zach. I thought that was a really good idea. Me personally, I don't feel like it was executed very well. Great start. It's a great seed. And had you, given that some plant food, had you watered it, have you given it the right amount of sunlight, that could have been phenomenal. That could have totally worked. But sadly, it just did not work with the rest of the story. You know what I mean? Going back and rewatching that movie, I can't imagine that works with the rest of the film based off of what happened. I especially think what ruins it the most for me is the fact that she allegedly killed her own son. That completely goes against that sympathy angle that we could have had for this character. I love the idea of maybe feeling a sympathetic sort of way towards a Ghostface. I mean, we kind of feel that about Debbie Salt right now, right? Like, Mrs. Loomis is a character who lost her son. I mean, her son was a horrible murderer, you know what I mean? But you can kind of relate to her in a way. She's a complex character. And that's what I really wanted from future Ghostface killers like this. Anna Camp could have been that. And I sadly feel like she was kind of robbed of that with the story that preceded all of this. Sid the Imp, that was kind of my thoughts on the Lucas kill. I thought it was cool. It's a cool kill, but it's kind of, again, it's muddled, it's messied by the ending, by that ending reveal. It's very Terrifier. Can I just say that? It's like, if this was a kill in a Terrifier film, that would have been like so fitting. The kills in this movie, I know everyone loves them, and I know they're brutal, they're over the top, and hey, if that's all you're looking for from these movies, you are gonna get a lot out of this flick. But to me, I just was like, this feels like it fits more in a Damien Leone movie rather than a Kevin Williamson flick. I don't know. It was very out of character for Ghostface in a way. And I can't believe me, of all people, is complaining about over the top kills, but this might have like pushed it too far for Ghostface. I feel like, and the only reason I'm complaining, the only reason I'm like, I can't believe we pushed it that far, is because there's not really too much setup to these kills. Like, there's not really too much like build up to the death. We were talking about this all for a long time on the page about, kind of my hopes, my expectations for the future of this franchise. I love a good chase, and that's so important for a Scream kill, a Scream movie, multiple sequences in flicks like this. But I've always felt like in the past, some of the kills were lower than what they should have been. They should have been a little crazier, less campier, more actually bloody once Ghostface catches up with them. And it seems like the franchise just cannot get that right. we either have great build-up and not really that much payoff, or all payoff and no setup to said payoff. Every now and then, all the planets align and we get a kill like that. I think Olivia Morris's death in Scream 4 is a great example of that. Cece Cooper's death in Scream 2. I think Annika's death in Scream 6. Outside of that, though, I don't know. It's kind of all over the place. There's a few moments, though. A few moments this franchise has really gotten it right, though. And those are very special in my opinion. Peyton Ruark has just become a Ghostface member. Peyton, thank you for your support, my friend. I really appreciate that so much, so much. And I am really excited I'm working on this February video now. It should come out soon. I keep talking about it. I'm sorry. I promise we're going to get to it shortly. But I want to cover a bunch of movies from this past February that I was unable to review just because I've been outrageously busy. So that's going to be a new video coming out for Patreon supporters and channel members. Check it out very, very soon. Graham USO is saying, is Terrifier 4 going to be a 2027 release? You know, Graham, that's a really good question. We just heard from Mr. Damien Leone himself that he is currently writing the film still, and that he's going to give us a big update when pre-production begins. But for right now, they're still working out the creative side of things. And Damien even left us in that same note, or that big post he made on Instagram, that this is a very personal story. This is like a big epic finale to, you know, the Terrifier saga for now. You know what I mean? Horror franchises are never truly over. So I think he just wants to put his all into this. You know what I mean? He wants to make this the way that Terrifier could close out if it was over. But Art the Clown's gonna be back because of course he will be. So I think I'm okay with them taking their time on this flick. Does it come out in 2027? That would be great. That seems to be pretty likely too. It sounds like they're probably going to shoot this year. Just the way that post reads to me is like, script's almost done, guys. You know, we're going to shoot probably this summer or maybe this fall, whatever, and we'll see it in, let's say, October of 2027. So that's my guess, and my God, am I excited. I cannot wait. Bring on Terrifier 4, baby. I need it in my goddamn life. So yes, and yes to that. Nika is saying, is it crazy to say Chad and Mindy kind of carried this movie and were barely in it? I don't think that's crazy at all. These were the characters that I can't even believe I'm saying this. I was the most interested in the entire time. I mean, Mindy's reinvention was something that actually perked my ears up a little bit. When she was talking about like wanting to be the next Gale Weathers, I'm like, oh, fuck yes, finally. You know what I mean? I've always really liked Jasmine Savoy Brown as an actress. Outside of Scream, she's done some really cool shit. Like if you guys haven't seen Yellow Jackets, please watch it. If your only exposure to this actress is the Scream movies, you're doing yourself a disservice. I just don't think she's been given a whole lot of great material to work with. And then here, finally, she got something to chew on. And I'm like, let's go. It was almost completely inconsequential to the story, sadly, but it was still good stuff in the moment. You know, again, we get to the reveal and then it's kind of like, well, okay, they didn't even have to be in this movie really, but whatever, man. I still think to me, it's good setup for what comes next from the franchise. It's like, okay, they could do something with Mindy in the future that would totally rock, and that would be awesome. I'd be all about that. So maybe we actually get that at some point. Hang on here. We gotta catch up because I am behind. Big group hello to everybody, by the way. Thank you for being with us this weekend. And thank you for, talking Scream with me, guys. It's been such a blast covering these movies the last couple of years. And I wouldn't have this channel without the Scream franchise. And I'm always going to forever be grateful for Scream Talk, all of y'all, because y'all are amazing. And I appreciate it so much. Just wanted to point that out. Davey Deathray has been a member for 11 months. Holy shit, Davey. Thank you for the support. That's almost a year, baby. You're saying, would love to hop on a point-counterpoint stream with you, Jake. There's so much to discuss, but I don't have enough super chat money for that. No, I would love to hop on. I can't have guests on these streams after I set them up because I have to do that through StreamYard, and this is through OBS. But I'm already planning some streams with people moving into the week. So Davey, let's do that. Let's make that happen, man. I have so many people are messaging me and they're like, Jake, we have to talk about Scream 7. My God, you got to have me on the page. And I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's do this. So Davey, I would love to have you on. I especially love that you don't feel exactly the same way about this movie that I do. So I would love to kind of go back and forth a little bit. So that would be wonderful. Davey, please reserve some time for me sometime. Maybe I'm booked. I'm so sorry. I'm booked up this whole upcoming week, but maybe sometime after that we'll do something. So let me know if you have some free time then. That would be great. Thank you for being a member, dude. And yeah, let's chat. Let's get into all of it. Let's make it happen. Joshua Pellman is saying, I didn't understand how the burning of the house in Woodsboro played into the motive. So, the thing that I've seen and the thing that I'm trying to, I'll give the movie this credit. I think that they burnt down Stu's house in particular to make Sydney think that could have been Stu Macher. But again, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't even think that ends up coming up in conversation later on. Like, or there's a better way to have done that, right? Like, I feel like the only reason we did that was because we got to have that big set piece in here. It's kind of like the Elm Street house all over again. If you guys have seen the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, we just keep coming back to that fucking house, even when it has nothing to do with the story in some of the later sequels. It's just like, we're here we are back at fucking Nancy's house. Okay, I guess, so I kind of feel like maybe that's the situation with the Macher house at this point. Everyone's familiar with it. It's been in multiple movies now, kind of thing, So it's like, okay, we know, you see that house, you recognize it immediately. Just like, the Nightmare on Elm Street house, I feel like is kind of the same way. So I think that's why, to me, that's the explanation there. But I do agree. It feels so disconnected from the ongoing story. I wish the opening kill had happened in Pine Grove to someone that would have been a little closer to Sydney. And I actually think it would have played a little better if it was like a reveal. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, some characters die in Woodsboro. Sydney finds out about it, and then we get the Stu call, and it's like, it was me who did that. You know what I mean? Maybe Stu on the call or something knew something about the attack that only the cops could have known. I don't know, something like that. But like, to me, I just feel like it was too disconnected. I do agree. It was way too disconnected from the actual story that ended up going on, but I see the motivation behind wanting to do that opening scene. And that's, I do want to make it very clear that I feel that way about a lot of the things in this movie. Like, I was not walking out of this movie like, why would they do that, or that? Like, all of these things, all of these ideas in this movie started in a place where I'm like, I could see that working for a Scream film. I just feel like the vast majority of this stuff was not executed in a way that was actually effective or was better than something that we've seen before in the past. And I think that's my problem with it. I'm all about trying out some new shit. I think a Scream film should do that. But, take the Stu phone call, for instance. Is that scarier than Roger L. Jackson being a faceless voice over the phone? No, it's not. The less you know about something that is coming after you, the scarier it is. And Roger L. Jackson's menacing voice over the phone makes you think it could be anybody. Physically seeing someone over the phone, I don't care if it's a deep fake or not, you're still physically seeing something. It is therefore less scary, and it ends up being borderline goofy for me. I think unintentionally really fucking funny too. I was just, every time Stu came on screen, I was laughing. I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, what are we doing, man? I don't know. It was just, especially the hitting the end phone call thing, dude. I'm like, no, please stop doing that. He does it so many times. Oh God. It was, I had to turn away a few times. Like, I'm just like, I can't even look at this, man. Yikes. I don't know. Yeah, that was just rough. That just did not work for me. I'm so sorry. I really wanted it to too. And it just did not work for me. Expecting a bad movie is a terrible excuse for it being a bad movie, says I like Scream and I Scream. I agree. I cannot believe how many of those comments that I've gotten from people who are like, set your expectations lower, just expect a bad movie. And I'm like, what? Like, no, dude, not from this franchise. If it's Puppet Master 37, okay. I know I'm in for a so bad it's good. But that's a different story. You know what I mean? That's a whole different franchise with a whole different vibe. Not Scream. I don't know. Who else is with us? We got Lisa's Complete Randomness. How are you doing, Lisa? What's up? She should have seen it on the news or something to tie it in. Yeah, like that would have been a good scene. Maybe instead of having her first, run-in with Ghostface be those AI phone calls, maybe instead have it be like, yeah, she sees like the Macher house burnt down on TV or something. That, okay, that could have been a little better. Yeah, just a lot of poorly placed things going on here, I think, for sure. Think they burned it down to say it's over, people, Stu's dead? I don't think so. I think I think Stu is alive, baby, and I don't think I'm ever going to shut up about it. I like Scream 7 more rewatching it in my head. I like pretending different things happened in Scream 7 and then that it was a better movie. Derek J is saying, I'm not as sour over the 7 reveals as much as I still am with 6 for some reason. Tatum literally lost all of her friends just like that in one movie. And you're also saying Mindy was responsible for 3 deaths by bringing them all together. I mean, they were all kind of, they all decided to Tatum was kind of the main reason for that, I feel. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I kind of feel like Tatum was the one to be like, let's go to the bar. Let's make that happen. Riley Rage is saying, Jake, please explain the furry costume situation. It nearly took me out of the movie. I agree. That was another moment where I'm like, what am I looking at? What is the show that they're putting on here? And to connect her to Sid via theater, then the teacher mad at her furry performance. What the fuck? Yeah. What was this play and what was her role in this play? You know, like I brought up, what is it? I always forget the name of it in Scream 2, but the play that's happening in Scream 2 has so much thematic connection to the actual story of Scream 2 as well. And that's brilliant. I love that. What the fuck was this? What was this play? And I couldn't even tell you what it was. I mean, you know, we have McKenna Grace up on strings and she's like a fairy godmother or something. And then Tatum is playing a dog, a furry, something. These are great questions. I don't have answers to them. I have no idea. I was just like visually confused during that entire sequence. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. I still don't understand Jessica's what her motivation was. So my understanding is that she read Sydney's book Out of Darkness, and like basically it led her to killing her abusive husband. And I thought that was interesting. That's a cool, like, that was a great starting place. I'm like, oh, okay, I can see how you can go from there to like evolving to, okay, now I need to go after Sydney. I need to torment her so that she maybe writes another book, or, you know, torment her daughter so that she writes another book, whatever. I don't know. But like, it's, to me, it's like, okay, there's a hypocrisy in that works as a killer. Because all killers are like, all killers with very fundamental, you know, emotional motives like this are a little hypocritical. But to me, that goes too far when she kills her own son. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you gotta have that in you. You gotta have that, well, it's all about me and I'm going to, you know, I'm going to have this wrath and put this pain upon you, where that doesn't really solve your problem, right? So there's like there's a hypocrisy about that just inherently with a lot of the killers in the Scream franchise. But to me, it's like killing your own son, though. That is where it completely goes against that. You went too far with that. Had Lucas's character been killed on accident, or if he was the other Ghostface, this all could have worked. Like, this all could have worked. You take the AI shit out of the movie, you make Lucas a Ghostface, or maybe his death was accidental. I think that would have been fucking awesome. I think this, again, and I can't stress this enough, there's a lot of good ideas in Scream 7, things that could have worked, but they're executed so poorly, I can't get behind them. So that's why someone said earlier, they're like, this isn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it just didn't work. That's how I feel about it. I don't think this was the worst horror movie I've reviewed on here by any means, but for a Scream film, it's a major letdown. So I think there was good ideas here. Had they taken some more time to write it all out and figure it all out, this could have worked. Less of a focus on nostalgia, more of a focus on actually building out the cool story elements going on here. And yeah, fuck yeah, this would have worked. Would have been great. Next Gen is saying, how about instead of instead of bringing Stu back, they actually try to make a new killer that can potentially match Stu? We're beyond that. we're beyond that, Next Gen. I agree. I would have loved to have seen that, but we're kind of beyond that at this point, at least for me. Damien Thurster is saying, wasn't a huge fan, but I love that scene between Sid and Tatum using the gun for the first time. Yeah, that, you know, looking over the video through the video feed or whatever, that was okay. That was kind of cool. I like, honestly, the best moment of tension in this whole flick for me, I think, is when the mom and the daughter are going through the walls. You know, when Sydney and Tatum are going through the walls and the Ghostface is stabbing through. I'm like, okay, that was fun. There were some cool moments there. A little bit of like, oh shit, you know, we gotta go. That wasn't horrible. but it wasn't consistent. It was not consistent tension throughout. Legion the World Killer is saying the finger end call button press is how I'm going to hang up on all my phone calls. Me too. Moving forward, let's just normalize that. That's how we hang up our phone calls moving forward. That's 10 out of 10. Actually, that was the greatest thing ever. Aiden is saying, I quite like 1 through 6, especially 1 and 4, but yeah, I was not a fan of Scream 7 at all. And to be honest, I found it quite boring and dull. And that to me is the biggest sin of 7 is my God, we've somehow made a lifetime original Scream film. And I don't know, to me, it's like, wow, we got to take some steps to get away from that vibe and step this up moving into the next one. I can't stress it enough. My expectations have been significantly lowered for Scream moving into the future, because what they need to do to be better, the steps that they need to take is first of all, they need to make a fun movie. They've forgotten how to do that. This is the first time I've ever in my entire life have I been like in the middle of a Scream movie, been like, man, this is running kind of long. I'm like, when is this? Get to the point already. Get to the reveal already. I was like, that movie was. That's another thing I haven't talked about. This movie was like 20 minutes too long for the story that they were trying to tell. I was like, dude, oh my God, get to the point. Get to the point. This movie should not have been almost 2 hours. King Bull is saying, yeah, I think Stu will definitely return in Scream 8. Now it's just a shame that Kevin didn't feel the need to do a cliffhanger ending with him to lead into it. Honestly, I think for this movie, it is a little odd that they didn't do the cliffhanger just because they kind of knew it was going to be a success going into it. I know that there was a lot of drama, and I know a lot of people will say, well, Jake, don't you think they would have been worried about that? But dude, like, I will die on this hill, and people love to disagree with me on this. So if you disagree, that's all good. But I know it to be true. No press is bad press. If people are talking about your movie for 3 years straight, and then it finally comes out, it's gonna make a bunch of money. And Scream 7 is proof of the pudding. Proof in the pudding, baby. And I just think, this movie could have been anything. It could have been good. It could have been dog water. It could have been middle of the road, and it still would have made as much money as it's making this weekend. So I just think that, if you're talking about a movie for so long because so much shit is going on surrounding it, no matter good, bad, whatever, yeah, people are going to show up, man. People are going to have to see what this thing is all about. It would be really dumb to drop a horror movie this week. It would have been dumb to drop another horror flick this week because everyone has been talking about Scream 7 for years now. So I'm like, yeah, no matter what was going to happen with this film, it was going to make a lot of money. It's easily had the most behind the scenes bullshit out of like any of these flicks. So I don't know. I don't know, man. What else is going on? McDucky is saying the fuck off then bonk in the attic chase made me laugh. The fuck off then bonk in the attic chase? Why am I not in the attic? Are you talking about when Ghostface comes down from the attic and then like has Tatum for a second, like that sequence? And then he like Joel McHale just like boops him and then they have that whole fight. Is that kind of what you're getting into? I will say, I think this movie, something else I guess is kind of a positive. I did not hate Joel McHale. I actually thought that scene especially made me like really like Joel McHale. I'm like, okay, he's competent, man. That's kind of sick. Joel McHale is actually fighting fucking Ghostface. Cool, rock on. It's so weird. The things I was worried about, I don't think like the Joel McHale's chemistry with Neve Campbell is what I was worried about with this movie. I'm like, man, I should have been focusing on some broader strokes here because my God. But I think I really think that worked for me, and that's a big shock of this movie. I'm like, man, Joel McHale actually, Sydney's husband, sweet. Okay, that relationship works. That's great. This movie has far bigger problems, but there's little tiny things about it that work, and I'll say that. Erica is hanging out with us as well, throwing $2 out there. Thank you for the support. You're saying 149 viewers and only 61 likes. Hit that like button, baby. Come on now. We can get even more horror friends hanging out with us. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? So stop on in, hit the like button. Let's get even more people in this big ass room. Let's make that happen. It's time to crack open a cold one, baby. Ooh, love that sound. All right. Roberto Martinez official is saying, hi, Jake. What's up? How are you? You watched Scream yesterday. What did you think? You didn't like the reveals. Anything else, Roberto? You didn't like the killer reveals. I wasn't really with it either. I had it figured out, man. And you know, it's crazy. I went into this movie thinking it was going to be Lucas and Anna Camp. So I was already pretty suspicious of them. Then they were kind of playing Lucas as a red herring. So I'm like, okay, that's probably telling us that it's just Anna Camp is how I kind of figured from there with a few of their scenes. And then the moment Ethan Embry is on screen, I mean, the moment that he shows up, I'm like, I leaned over to my buddy Darjan and I'm like, dude, it's Ethan Embry and Anna Camp. I'm telling you. And I don't know. They should have found a way to have Ethan in the movie more. I don't like that he was in only one scene beforehand. It made him so suspicious. I don't know. I don't even know how I would change that or what I would have done differently. But man, I don't think I would have made him the killer, if I'm being honest. I just don't think the Fallbrook Psychiatric Hospital thing, that whole angle to this movie just did not work for me. So wasn't really crazy about that. Chris, what's up, Chris? Chris B is hanging out with us saying Ghostface made no noise dropping from the attic. What the fuck? Twinkle toes. Really, Ghostface is really light on his feet. I mean, he's a ghost after all, right, Chris? Yeah, that is pretty wild. Doesn't someone like walk down the hallway or whatever and turn down the corner and then it happens? Like then Ghostface drops down, if I'm not mistaken. Man, yeah, you think someone would have heard that. Right? Aiden Vavra is saying 3 had behind the scenes issues, but Wes Craven managed to make an entertaining and fun film out of it. 7 unfortunately did not have that luxury. Kevin is a major inexperienced director. I know 3 had like rewrites and shit, you know, like while they were filming. And again, maybe it's because I lived through 7 and I was a baby when 3 was going on, but I just feel like 7's problems were rough. You know, like 3, I can feel sympathetic for that, you know, for that group of folks who were working on that with everything that was going on. It was studio interference at its core. And I could imagine coming out of 3, knowing all of that, being like, well, you know what, they had this, and that, so I can forgive this film for that. And I think that's how I feel about it now, at least. 7, I'm just like, man, y'all did this to yourselves. y'all did this to I don't know what to tell you. So I don't know. It's another one of those situations where it's hard for me to feel bad. Riley Rage is saying sacrificing Roger for AI FaceTime calls. Fire Guy. You don't know it was Guy. You don't know if it was Guy who did this. I don't trust what Kevin Williamson was saying about it. I don't like that he immediately blamed Guy after all the reviews came out criticizing the AI. I don't like that he immediately threw the other writer underneath the bus. So I don't know. I can't trust Kevin anymore after this weekend. Some crazy shit. You've got Maul is saying, I wonder if they were going to do the mother and son, but then didn't want to do yet another family killer reveal. I would have been fine with that had it been a new motive. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I can't stress that enough. If it was mother and daughter, but the motive is not about familial revenge, cool. Yeah, rock and roll. Let's do this. I don't care about the relationship between the ghost faces. I care about, is it an angry mother or father who wants to kill someone because they killed their good boy? That's what's been done to death. I could care less about the killer actually being a family member. Jill is my favorite killer in the Scream franchise, my number 1, and she is Sidney Prescott's cousin. That is easily her least interesting, the quality of hers that I'm the least interested in. So I don't care that she's Sidney Prescott's cousin. It's literally everything else about that character that works for me. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts. That's just my thoughts and feelings. But what do I know? Chillin' Killin' Dylan is saying, remember, it's a lot scarier when there's no motive. I agree. It is a lot scarier when there's no motive. She definitely was. I knew she was going to be a killer the moment she was cast. Anna Camp. I mean, that's totally fair. Anna Camp, I know she plays a villain on True Blood, and I think she's on, like, You. I haven't seen You. But yeah, I looked at her filmography, you know, television history, whatever, and it's like, okay, I could totally see her being Ghostface. That behind the scenes picture came out of her in like a leather jacket too, and I'm just like, dude, come on, like, there's no way. She looks menacing. And compared to the rest of the cast, I'm just like, she's like the most menacing. She's the character I could see pulling that off the most. Gotez TV is saying, hey Jake, I've been meaning to catch to catch your live and talk to you about this movie. I liked it, some things about the movie, and that Gale had the nerve damage like Dewey. I liked that too, and I kind of brought it up briefly in my review. That was cool. I felt like I felt bad for Gale in that moment. That was an effective little emotion, which was nice. I wish that had played into the story, especially like how Dewey's whole thing was in Scream 5, you know, like Dewey was this, disgruntled ex-cop, who was asked to leave the force and all that because of everything going on with him and, the nerve damage, and all that. I thought that was really well done in Scream 5. This was kind of just that again, but it didn't really play into the overall story. And I think that's kind of why I was just like, that works, and that makes me sympathetic towards the character. But if Gale wasn't in this movie, nothing would have changed. I guess that Ghostface wouldn't have been run over by Gale Weathers wouldn't have run over that Ghostface, but still, I don't know. I don't know what Gale's purpose was in this film. I don't know what Gale's purpose was in Scream 6 really either. I mean, you could have just replaced her with Kirby and whole thing would have been the same. I want Gale to have purpose. I want her to have weight in these sequels. She has kind of done nothing in these last 3 films. It makes me sad, honestly. It really does make me sad. What else is going on? We got Anime Night saying, I'm impressed that the film had a record-breaking box office. I agree. I think that's cool, and that guarantees a future for the series. I hope that they do better next time. I hope they take these reviews with stride and stop placing the blame on each other and just accept the fact that, hey, the movie's not being very well received, and just do something differently next time. Stop throwing the blame at the other writer. Just accept that people didn't like this movie and do something different next time. Approach this from a different angle as we move into Scream 8. That's all you got to do. You is such a gross headache bit, so stinking good, bro. It's let me read this again. You is such gross headache bit, so stinking good. It's a headache, but it's good. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't think it does, but I like your opinion on that movie. That show, I mean. That has me intrigued for you. It's a headache and it's stinking good. I'm fascinated. Frankly, that's like an oxymoron, and I love it. That moron is Oxy, baby. Kyle Scunberg is saying the opening scene of this movie is a different killer. He took it personal. I feel like it's a plot hole that they are going to connect it to Scream 8. Why would the killer come from Pine Grove, Indiana? Kind of like what we were talking about earlier. I just feel like they burned down Stu's house to make Sydney think it's Stu. Some kind of connection to him. I'm going to burn down the house that's being utilized as an Airbnb right now, kind of making fun of his legacy in a way. I don't know. I guess that's the motivation there, but yeah. Paula Fitzhenry's hanging out with us. Thanks for being with us, Paula. Thank you. Charlie Hester is saying, I think they're done with Gale Weathers. I think it should have been Stu Macher and his sister. I think that would have been kind of... Honestly, I would have taken that over this, if I'm being honest. I would have taken Stu as alive over this. Jalen is hanging out with us. Hey, what's up? When's the next video? I just dropped one today, ranking the Scream movies. It was really fun. Give it a watch. Really solid little weird video. So give it a little tinker. See what's up. See what happens with all that. Hamschott is saying, I'm just glad they didn't butcher Gale's character in this movie. She had a little moment interviewing Sid where she was an unlikable bitch again, but then she sort of apologized right after and genuinely felt bad about it. It's a good moment. I agree. I'm just kind of at the point where I'm looking at the last 3 films and we have done nothing with the character of Gale Weathers. So I'm just like, I think we just need to move on from Gale. I think we need to kill her. I think we need to have that big kill scene with her and give maybe the next story some weight, some stakes, as Amber Freeman would say. Some stakes on the Barbie at Outback Steakhouse, baby. That's what we that's what Scream 8 needs to be successful at this point. Christina is saying the movie's trailers were nostalgia baiting. I know. Frustrating, isn't it? Frustrating stuff there. Geekster is saying, do you think that they are leading into maybe killing Gale in Scream 8 with the whole nerve damage thing? I would say I would be so sad. They talked about it with Dewey and killed him in Scream 5. I think so, and you know what? I would be very sad too, but I want Scream to make me feel emotions. I want to feel different emotions, and I want these stories to have consequences. You know what I mean? Everyone getting away scot-free every single time is just frustrating, in my opinion. Dewey dying in Scream 5 is going to forever be a high point of this franchise for me. That was like the moment that I just fell in love with this. I was like, oh man, Scream 5? Okay, here we go, baby. This is a Scream movie with stakes. This is a Scream movie that matters forever. This is a Scream movie that I feel like has a lot to say, and not just about, meta commentary, but also about these characters themselves from a fresh new perspective. So I loved that. I thought that was great. Thought that was some good stuff there. Damian Thurser is saying, I fucking love you. I fucking love you, Damian Thurser. Thank you for being with us tonight. So much love, dude. Victoria from The Haunting of Hill House is literally amazing in that show. Ooh, love Haunting of Hill House, so anything with her, I'm here for it. McDucky is saying, I hate how the opening had no purpose. We've talked about this so much tonight, McDucky, but yes, I agree. I do agree. We've hit on that quite a few times, so sadly I'm going to get moving. But McDucky, thank you so much for being a member. I greatly appreciate you. JJ, thank you for the 2. You're saying, if no Stu in Scream 8, what's the next story and the new meta? I think if we're not doing Stu, I genuinely don't know. I feel like after Scream 5, after Scream 6, I had so much to say about where the franchise could go next. And now I don't. Now I just do not have that many hopes and dreams for Scream 8. I feel like a lot of those things have been crushed with this film. I just borderline in terms of, general talk when it comes to Scream 8. At this point, my expectations for a Scream film are in the gutter. They're very low. Moving into this next one. They were very high moving into 7 because I thought 5 and 6 rocked. I had a really good time with those. And they felt like Scream films. This did not. This did not feel like a Scream movie. I did not have fun with this one like I did with literally every other sequel. And I think Scream 8 needs to it needs to be fun. Like, I think where that movie needs to start, in order to be better than what came previously, is we need to make a fun film. We need to make a film that isn't punishing the fans. We need to make a film that isn't shitting on the behind the scenes drama and making it a little worse. We need to make a film that is just going back to the roots of Scream, because we have strayed very far away from that here with Scream 7. And I think that Scream 8 just needs to, before we even talk about that, the story and what the meta is going to be, borderline, we got to make a fun film. We got to make a film that I'm coming out of the theater and I'm like, I'm having a good time with this. Let's go. Okay. You know what I mean? This is a happy, a feel-good slasher flick. We got to get that down, because we've lost that with this franchise. And that, to me, is the most important thing carrying the torch onward. So, JJ, it's a great question. I don't even know what to say anymore about the story or the meta. You know what I mean? These are very complex elements to this franchise that we used to have fucking down, and now it is scatterbrain, thrown off a cliff. I think we need to just get some semblance back with Scream 8, do a more simple exercise that is a little more successful, at just creating a good popcorn flick at its very core. We can't even do that anymore. So I almost don't even want to see them attempt to do like a big meta commentary. I'd almost, because I'm looking at this movie and I'm like, had they lost some of the commentary, this movie would have been way better. It was just it was dead weight at a certain point where we couldn't even have fun with it anymore. So I think Scream 8, in order to be successful, they got to just figure out how to make a fun film first again, which is sad. So JJ, thank you for the 2, though. I really do appreciate you a bunch. We got Luddy Network hanging out with us. What's up, Luddy? How we doing? Thank you for being a member. Speaking of the beginning of Scream 7, how did they get her phone number, and why even do the phone calls and murders of that couple? Everyone's got questions about the opening scene tonight. You know what? I love it. How did they even get into the house to wait for the couple? Lots of questions about this. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess they just wanted to go after, whoever was staying there right there and then. That was just when they decided to kick this whole thing off. Yeah, they're very inconsequential characters where, just as an example, let's talk about Scream 4's opening. Those 2 girls that get killed, they're immediately talking about them in like the next scene. Saying, I think Jill talks about, getting a call from one of them that was really weird and creepy. Like there was a scary voice over the phone, and I don't know if that was true or not, if that really happened. Obviously it didn't, but it was to set the stage that they got killed by Ghostface. And that's great. That feels like really good cause and effect. That feels like one plot point, flowing into the next one. It's like here, this happened, so then therefore this thing must happen. The town must react to it. 2 teenagers violently murdered in their city. That was great. This didn't feel so much like that. It kind of felt like we just saw, here's this scene at Stu Macher's house. It burns down. It was brutal. And now we're in Pine Grove, Indiana. This thing's happening now. There's a thematic connection there, but yeah, outside of that, I don't know if it works all that well. The logistics, yeah, there's also that question too, I guess, but I guess I don't know. I'm not really sure how they got all that stuff, but I don't think it would be too hard if you put all your information into Airbnb. These are ghost faces that are very technologically advanced, maybe the most of any of the killers we've ever seen outside of like Roman. But yeah, I mean, maybe they hacked into the app. Maybe there's that. I'm trying, again, benefit of the doubt with Scream 7. I'm trying to give it something. Trying to fight for it a little bit here, but man, I don't know, Luddy. But dude, thank you for being a channel member. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Joshua Johnson is saying we missed a shot at a flashback to Scream 0 to Sid's mother's murder. That would have been way better. And you know what? It would have been nostalgia in a way that could have served the story. I 100% agree with you, Joshua. And I'm going to finish your thought here, and then we'll get to what I'm going to say. This could have been a great time to add to the legend that Roman was there during the original kill of Sid's mom. 100%. That's how you could have brought back the legacy characters, and it wouldn't have felt condescending. It wouldn't have felt totally pointless to be watching this. That could have been something where we're looking at this, we're watching this sequence, and we're saying to ourselves, oh my God, this is adding so much to the lore. This is giving this movie stakes, and it's also really fun nostalgia. We're watching Scott Foley slip back into this role. Because, guys, that's the thing about this movie. These characters didn't come back for Scream 7. They were replicated versions of those previous killers. And there was no de-aging done? Like, with any of them, really? Like, I get that the whole idea behind Stu being alive still was that, like, there was that element, but I mean, with the rest of them, not really. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Were they trying to make Sidney think that all of them were all still alive? I don't know. I'm still confused about all that, but I agree this would have been such a great way to get your nostalgia in there, but actually have purpose and not make it feel like it's, just like, we put it in there and that's all you guys wanted. You know what I mean? That's so condescending the way that they actually did it. Something like that, Joshua, would have actually fueled a whole story. Would have said like, well, this thing actually happened during the events of, Maureen Prescott's murder that just has since yet to be uncovered. Maybe, and what that could have maybe led to is, we're seeing Roman, Billy, and Stu all working together to make that happen. But maybe someone knew about it all that long time ago and could have prevented all of everything that happened in the franchise. Maybe that's what it could have been. Leslie Macher, you know what I mean, was there that night. Maybe that was the scene that we could have gotten. That would have been a million times better. That would have been like, that actually would have worked. That would have been nostalgia done right. You know what I mean? But we got robbed, baby. We got robbed. Unpaid Film Critic is saying, I have an interesting idea. Why doesn't Ghostface go after Gale in Scream 8? I mean, if Gale's in Scream 8, Ghostface is going after her. I'd bet money on it for sure. Why be my dudes? YouTube is saying, I am pretty glad we had Sydney and Gale investigating together, but I do feel like Mindy and Chad wouldn't want Gale at the bar scene anyway. They still feel like children. They definitely felt a little older in this film, I think, at least for me personally, especially with Mindy. I loved her like go-getter attitude here, like especially trying to be like, one up Gale Weathers. She's trying to get on camera first and report the thing, and Gale's like, no, don't do that shit. Loved that. Like, great, that little chemistry between all them when that was going on. I was vibing with this movie. That was fun. But I don't know. Sydney and Gale especially, I'm shocked to even say this. I love both these characters. I agree with you, dude. I love when these characters are working together in the other films especially. But here, it did nothing for me, sadly. I just was like, okay, you got these characters on screen doing stuff, but you're just not giving them much to work with at all. I mean, most of their conversation in the film was talking about, well, do you think that Stu Macher is really alive or not? That's it. I mean, you can boil it down to that essentially. And again, I was not vibing with that at all. I just think it makes Sydney look dumb, and I hate that. I hate the idea of a storyline in this franchise where Sidney Prescott is made to look dumb. That really, really, really did not work with me. That immediately turned me off from anything they were doing with her character, and I hate that. You know what I mean? Sidney Prescott is not dumb. This is a character who has gone through this many, many times before. She is very intelligent and kind of one of those characters that's ready for anything. And we just did not see that version of Sidney Prescott on screen in this movie. Perry Moberg is throwing $2 out there saying, are you going to rank the ghost faces soon? I might do it in like a short. I gotta take some time off this week, dude. I'm so sorry. I gotta get away from it all for a little bit. You're gonna see some streams on this page. I might actually do like a stream ranking them. Like I might do like a live kind of thing where it's like we do like a tier list. I haven't done one of those in a while. That might be kind of fun to do with all the new ghost faces. You know what? That is what I'm gonna do because that's fun. And I'll give my ranking as well that night. So we'll do it live. Well, fuck it, we'll do it live. I like that. That's a good idea that I just came up with. That you helped me with, Perry. That was a collaborative effort. I love that. Thank you for the 2. I am gonna get that done, and I'm sorry I didn't get around to it this weekend. Apologies. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Making it all happen, baby. But yeah, we'll do a stream of that sometime very soon. McDucky is saying Ghostface in Manhattan. I love Scream 6. I don't care what anyone says. It's so good. It's so fun. It's so good. Had such a good time with it. King Bull 90s is saying the only way to go is bring Stu back in Scream 8 with a following. It will be a good reason to bring Kirby back to help stop them. That would be Kirby versus Stu actually would be kind of sick. I could get into that. These are 2 characters that have never interacted together. I feel like there's a lot of potential there, you know? So yeah, I'd be down. Again, I can't stress that enough. You know, my going into Scream 7, you know, talking about, I don't really want Stu to come back because I just don't think that would lend itself to too much commentary, yada, yada. Now, again, all I am looking for from Scream 8 is I need them to make a fun popcorn film again. And Stu Macher coming back to life after being mysteriously dead for 30 plus years, that could be fun. That could be fun, and I think a lot of the fans could think that was fun too. So that's where I'm at with Scream 8. That's my big theory moving into the film. I'm with you, King Bull 90s. I just think we gotta make a fun film at this point. That's where I'm at. We are setting my expectations low to the ground. Isaiah Galavis is saying, if Dewey lived, do they think he will just like, wait, what? If Dewey lived, do you think he would just, there's no character direction. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm kind of glad I'm kind of glad he didn't live because I think Dewey's character arc is perfect as it stands. In those 5 films, we see him evolve as a character like every single time. If it's, you know, moving up the police chain, if it's, you know, marrying Gale Weathers, having that relationship sustained for a little while and then losing it in part 5. But I just think that my favorite thing about Dewey Riley is that even in the end, you know, he lived how he died how he lived. He sacrificed it all to save characters he literally just met. And I'm like, that is the best ending you could possibly write for Dewey ever. Like there's no better way you could have ended that story. So I think it's a perfect arc. I think Dewey currently has and probably always will have the best character arc out of anyone in the Scream franchise for that reason. Because I just think Sidney's story is kind of muddled for me a little bit at this point. I like what they're doing with I don't want to say I like what they're doing with Gale because it's kind of all over the place, but Gale's been kind of all over the place since kind of like Scream 5, if I'm being honest. If there's anything I'm not crazy about with the Scream Renaissance, it's just Gale. They've done nothing with Gale. They've given her a chase scene, okay, but that's about it. that's kind of cool. You know, Gale finally got a phone call in the chase scene. That's it. What's up with this? What's going on here? Derek J is saying, I loved Hard Eyes. Hard Eyes was fun. I had a fun time with it. I'm excited for the sequel. We're hearing that Mason Gooding is in talks to be a part of this one again. So Olivia Holt will likely be reprising her role too. So I'm definitely excited to see a sequel to Hard Eyes because that's another film where I feel like it had a lot of potential, much better than Scream 7 for sure. But I think just the reveal didn't really hit for me in Hard Eyes. That was kind of my big problem, big issue with it. Some great kills though, great killer design, great killer concept too. That was really executed well. Loved the characters in this film. I think they got to come up with a better murder mystery overall for the next one. I think if they do that for Hard Eyes 2, that'll be a sequel, a rare sequel that's better than the original. So rock on, baby. Martin Bell is saying, I enjoyed it, seen it twice. It's got a good soundtrack too. There was no point in the the Cheeks twins. I know that's not what you meant, but it's really funny. The Meeks twins being in it would have been better, fleshing out Tatum and Ben's relationship. Good kills, good action. I needed, kind of hit on that. I needed so much more from Tatum and Ben. I needed so much more from Tatum, dude. I still don't know who Tatum is, and I got through that whole movie. She's Sidney Prescott's daughter. That's all I got. That's my one note about Tatum. She's Sydney. Every time she's on screen, she is talking about her mother. That is all we got. And there's nothing about her in that film, which is such a shame. Just a very bland character, sadly. So out of all the characters we have passed the torch to, I think Tatum is easily my least favorite. I sadly have no love for her. And I just don't think Isabel May was given a whole lot with this character to do much at all. It's a shame, if I'm honest. If I'm being honest. Gemstone Ghoul, what's up, Talia? How you doing? If you're free after your break, let's plan a stream talking the good and the bad of this film. I give it a 7 out of 10, but I agree it was mean-spirited towards the fans and Melissa. I'm still going to be streaming because I have too many people want to talk about Scream with me. So I'm going to do a lot of collaboration a lot of collaboration streams in the next couple of weeks, I think for sure. So 100%, let's make it happen. I want to hear different perspectives, not just this has been great. This weekend's been wonderful. We've heard a lot of different perspectives from people. Real quick segue. I got a comment from someone saying, no one watching your streams is anyone who liked the film. No, we're absolutely getting some people who liked the film in the streams. And I love that. Everyone is very welcome here. Just want to make that very clear. Everyone's opinions. I want to hear it all. I want to hear people who liked it, people who didn't like it. We've had multiple people tonight who said they liked it. So I don't know what that comment was all about. Just for the record, every Scream fan is welcome here, of all shapes and sizes, baby. And I think what's cool about this is I want to be able to talk to more people who have different opinions on it. So Talia, my ranking is way lower than that, and I would love to have you on the page. Let's talk. Let's vibe it out. Let's see what's going on. Why is your score a 7 out of 10? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I'm also excited. Davey was here earlier, and I really want to talk with him. Davey Deathray, love his page. Love talking horror with him too. So I want to get into that. I want to get into it with all of them, with all these fellas. Nightbreed is saying, like it, love it or hate it, it is number one in theaters right now with 97 million worldwide. Yeah, it's making a ton of money. I mean, the future, there's a future for this franchise. There will be a Scream 8, that's for sure. And I'm on the fence about that. I think if they make an 8, like we need 3 years until we get another Scream. Can I just be so honest? We need Scream. We need them to just take a breath, take like a year to take a breath and then start writing a script. Like, my God, like please just take a lot of time before we get into any sort of Scream 8 shit. I really hope they just like walk away from this for a little while and then come back to it after some time has passed, because if you rush into another film, it's just going to be the same thing again. And I really hope that they just take some time off, take a breath, get away from the negative reviews. Don't write another film that's like, well, if you didn't like Scream, if Scream 8 is all about people not liking Scream 7, I'm gonna like lose my mind. Please, for the love of God, just take a breath, get away from all of this, and then come out with something really good after you've worked on it for some time. That's what they need to do for Scream 8. Please, God, please make that happen. Let's check this out. JJ's throwing another $2 out there. Thank you. Phil Stevens and Marina Evans. Why kill them in Scream 2? Because they were trying to replicate the kills from the original Scream. They had the same names. There's a whole plot point about that. It was to basically, what is it? Maureen Prescott or whatever was the very first kill. So that's why Maureen Evans, we're going after that character. CC Cooper, KC Cooper was her real name. And that's the first kill from the original Scream. They were doing that to get people onto those characters. And also it happened during the Stab premiere. So there's a thematic element there that I think is really fantastic in the opening of Scream 2. We're seeing the trauma and the torment from the first movie turned into fiction, turned into a fun horror movie that people are celebrating. And there's really fucked up juxtaposition about that. You know what I mean? We see this sequence where all these people are celebrating, stab and people getting killed on screen, whatever. And then, not only does someone die in the theater and no one even really notices it until she goes up on stage, but we immediately cut to Sidney Prescott, who is still getting phone calls from people, prank phone calls about this shit, tormenting her still. And she didn't do anything except get attacked by her shitty fucking boyfriend and his friend a year prior. Or 2 years prior, technically. But I just think, to me, Scream 2's opening is a million times stronger and has so much connection to the overall film. The Stab movie plays such a huge part in the film, too. So to have the setting be the theater, I mean, that alone is enough to just totally kick ass throughout the rest of the film. Not only are we seeing, that film kind of become this major success in real time in this universe, but also, Mickey's motive is all about blaming that movie and wanting to copy it so he can get away with murder, which is so poignant to that time period and how people felt about television influencing young kids or horror, why kids shouldn't be watching horror movies or whatever. And it's a whole thing that I think has stood the test of time and made Scream 2 such a brilliant sequel. And something that, especially on my most recent rewatch, I'm just like, this movie fucking rocks. This movie is so well done, dude. Oh my God. But I love that opening scene of Scream 2. I think there's so much about it that sets up that film specifically so well. I think it's one of the best scenes in the whole in the whole movie. I think Scream 2's opening is amazing. Immaculate, one might even say. Yeah, see, we have a ton of people in the chat who love the movie. I love this. I'm seeing a ton of people who are saying they loved it. Let's take Surge, for example. Surge is saying, I hate that you didn't like it, Jake. I actually like it better than 5 and 6. This one had more of a Scream vibe than the previous one. See, I love that. Surge, you're so welcome here, my friend. I'm so glad you really liked the film. Let me know, like what about this movie had more of a Scream vibe to you than 5 and 6? Like, was it just because we had, Neve Campbell in the lead? Like, it maybe felt more like Screams 1 through 4 for you? I'm curious. I'm just curious your thoughts on that, because I think, the movie had more screen time physically with Sydney, yes. But I just me personally, something I love about the other Scream movies is like, I'm having so much fucking fun with those movies. If someone isn't getting chased around by Ghostface, there are some goofy, campy ass characters who are giving it their all on screen. Some really talented people playing like minute roles. Like talking about Scream 2 again. I mean, Portia de Rossi and Rebecca Gayheart are barely in that film. And yet their little lines are maybe some of my favorite parts of that entire movie. It's so fucking funny. I love that they're these preppy sorority girls. It builds out that universe so well. Or just the whole Windsor campus. I love that. It's awesome stuff. I just don't feel like we had that here in 7. You think about the theater kids, I don't know, there was not a whole lot of stuff from them in particular that I was getting some Scream vibes from, you know what I mean? I love, especially in Screams 1 through, all the Scream movies, all the ones except 7, honestly. I feel like they do such a good job at building out their setting and that universe and how that whole little area works, especially in the midst of a Ghostface disaster. This movie, most of it takes place at Sydney's house. Most of it is the majority of this film is easily at Sydney's house, and I guarantee it. There's no way it's not. We're mostly stuck inside of a suburban home, outside of the community. You know what I mean? That is dealing with this problem. And I think that's another issue I take with it that took away the Scream vibe for me personally. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts about why you feel like this one had more of a Scream vibe than 5 and 6. I'm curious. Please prove me wrong, because I want to hear the thoughts. I've only seen it once too. This is my first impression still. Martin Bell is saying, me too. I liked it more than 5 and 6. Hit me with some deets, babies. Come on now. Luddy Network is saying, and for the record, I want to hear how and why people liked it. I spent IMAX money to go and enjoy it. I didn't, unfortunately, but we all wanted it to succeed. Yes, Luddy, you said that perfectly. I went into this movie wanting it to rock so hard. I hope you guys know that. Another thing I've been seeing from a lot of people is folks saying, Jake's been shitting on this movie for years. And I'm like, I've just been reacting to the updates. I've been reacting to what I have been hearing. I've been saying from the start that I don't think the AI phone calls are going to work, and they didn't. I've been saying from the start that I feel like focusing on the nostalgia rather than the story isn't going to work, and it didn't. I mean, just a lot of things about this movie that I was worried about happened, you know? And there was some smaller stuff that actually ended up surprising me and working. And I'm like, fuck yeah. But it's, like I said in my ranking video today, it's frosting on the cake. They didn't bake the cake. You got to bake the damn cake, baby. Come on now. You got the frosting, and you can lick that up if you want, but there's a dog turd underneath, and that's my problem with it. You can't serve that at a kid's birthday party, and that's why I didn't like Scream 7. There you go. There's my answer. But no, I am so glad that we have people in the chat here that really liked the movie. I can't stress it enough. You know, the biggest reason I do this page is because there is such a wonderful joy in going to the theater and seeing something you really enjoyed. And if you loved Scream 7, this is something I hate when people dedicate their YouTube channels to. I'm not trying to convince you all that it sucked. That's not at all what I'm trying to do. I hate that shit. I hate when people are saying, I'm going to try to change your opinion. No. That's not the goal of these streams by any means. This is our therapy session, because I need therapy after that movie, and I'm bummed out that it didn't work for me. And honestly, talking with you guys who really liked it has lifted my spirits about this movie. Can I just say that? I think that's such a wonderful thing. So your joy being expressed in this stream, I just hope you know, is coming through. And I hope it's coming through with all the other people hanging out with us who maybe didn't like it either, because I think that a Scream movie, we should all want to like a Scream. We should all want to like these movies. As fans, and I want to like this movie, I guess is my point. I don't want to convince anyone it sucked. That's ridiculous. I want to talk about this with everybody. I want to hear everyone's thoughts, takes, feelings, and vibe out, because it is just a movie at the end of the day. You know, my life isn't ruined just because Scream 7, just because I didn't like it, you know? That's a big point I feel to be made with this. So I'm very happy that so many of you liked the film, and I just hope you guys know that. Really hope you guys know. Chris Baisden is saying, I loved it, but the motive should have stopped at her killing her husband after reading that Sid self-help book. 100%. The other shit with staying in the psychiatric hospital was just not needed information. 100%. I think, and again, I've said this a few times tonight, but this movie could have worked had they just simplified that motive. There was a good idea underneath layers and layers of shit. Astronaut, as fuck astronaut, maybe? I like that. I just loved the vibe of this movie. Personally, it's third behind 1 and 2 for me right now. That might change the more I digest it, but I enjoyed it for what it is. It was a good popcorn flick, in my opinion. I need reasons, baby. I've given you reasons. I've given y'all reasons why I didn't like it. Give me a specific thing that really was like, man, the fact that this was consistent through the whole film is the reason I vibed with it. You know, a big thing I liked about 6 that made me love and respect it as a popcorn flick is that I just felt like it was constantly either fueled with tension with sequences like the shotgun bodega sequence, Annika going over the ladder. If it's, Gale's chase, fuck, that was full of tension too. I was like, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. This is crazy. Versus, a movie like this where there was little pockets of stuff, but just the whole movie didn't feel really consistent in those regards. I think the entire Ethan Embry Fallbrook Psychiatric Hospital, I'm snoozing. I'm like, I don't care about any of this. I know exactly what you're doing. It felt like they were showing me, it felt like we were playing poker and the guy turned his hand around and looked right, made me look right at it. To me, I'm watching that scene and I'm thinking to myself, clearly this guy is the killer, because he's even being creepy to Sydney. Like, he says something like, I hope that you're okay, like that. And Ethan Embry, God, I love him so much, but I just, nothing from him was I really vibing with. I truly think he is the worst Ghostface, which sucks because he's such a great actor. It's a crazy, that's such a bummer. That's such a major downgrade from where we've come from this franchise before. Harry Buttle, what a name. What a name, my friend. What's up, Harry Buttle? Gale should be what everyone is thinking Stu was, the true mastermind of all Ghostface killings. Obvious motive, she's built her life on it. She can't be trusted. She's selfish. No empathy. It makes sense. I would have loved to have seen that in an early flick, but I'm just like, now I feel like too much has happened. You know, Gale is just a different person now, and I think that's why I'm at a different place with it now. I would have loved to have seen that years and years ago. That would have been great. You know, Scream 2, Gale's the killer. That would have been fucking awesome. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. Throwing 5 out there saying, hey, Jake, what do you think of this for a killer? The killer doesn't know that they're killing people. Then in the reveal, they revealed that they were just pretending. So how would the killer not know they were killing people? Like, explain. Explain what's happening here. Like maybe someone who, maybe they have short-term memory loss, perhaps. I'm not sure. Very funny. Sorry. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you again for another 5. You're saying, I do feel bad for the nice Stoothers. I'm sorry the big stew worm was dangled in front of you. Also, Jake, it beat your favorite movie, Strangers Chapter 3. You know, I will say, and this is, is this a hot take? I don't know. I think I liked this movie just a little more than Strangers Chapter 3. Like this, like if Strangers Chapter 3 was like a 1 out of 10, this was a 2 out of 10 for me. So I'll give it that. You know, I mean, it was a little better than that movie. Strangers Chapter 3 was just downright boring the whole damn time for me. You know, like there wasn't even good kills in that movie. At least this movie had some good kills. You know what I mean? Like I have fundamental problems with it, but at least like there was a few moments where I'm like, holy shit, that was a big kill. Okay, that was cool. You know? I said it in my review. I'm like, man, there's a top 10 kill from the whole franchise here. McKenna Grace getting her guts all over the ground. That's great. I mean, yeah, some of the VFX is a little spotty, but I'll take that over no kills, no attempts at any kills. You know what I mean? So it was better than Strangers Chapter 3. Yeah, not by much, but it was better. It was a better film. I really appreciate you saying that, though. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface, because I know that on one of our other streams, you were saying that some Stu fans had gotten in your face before and were nasty to you. That's a really cool thing of you to say on this stream. Can I just say that? That's a really kind thing of you to say. And just a great, to me, that feels like job well done in terms of the community angle of this page. So I think that's a wonderful thing. I'm really glad that you've said that, because that to me is really disarming and just really kind of you in general. So thank you for that. Thank you for the 5. Thank you for the support of the page. And hey, who knows? Maybe some fun shit happens in the next movie. You know, you never know. You never know, baby. You never know what's going to happen. Stu could still be alive. Like I said, baby, we didn't dig up his fucking corpse or nothing. So that happened. Well, guys, I'm going to play some Resident Evil because I am going down for the night. Let me tell you, I am ready for bed. I am ready for a little Jake needs a little break. So some final thoughts on Scream 7 before we move into Resident Evil 9, wrap up the stream. And I just do streams for a little while because we're going to have a video tomorrow talking about some Scream 8 thoughts and some things that have been confirmed already. I want to say one final thing. I'm really hoping to get this page moving with this reaction series. I love doing update videos for you guys, and I know that's kind of been the vibe of this page for a very long time, but I'm at this place where I had so much fun making videos about just reacting to the Scream movies. I reacted to the Strangers movies. That's the most fun I've had making videos for this page in a very long time, if I'm being totally honest. And I really hope that you guys will watch this Dexter series that I'm about to do. I'm putting an ungodly amount of work into it. Please check it out. Please give it a watch, because I love Scream to death, but I think it's time to pivot. I really do think it is. I'm still going to talk about Scream 8 updates when they come, but it's just going to be less frequent because I got to do something else. Frankly, that's where I'm at in my little YouTube career here. And I hope that you'll join me for that. I know I won't get everybody, but we are going to be moving away from Scream as we get into the future. And I really hope that you stick around, because frankly, it's been really fun talking horror with you guys. And I really hope that you'll stick around for pivoting to like TV shows, because that's going to be something we're going to be focusing on in the future. It doesn't stop with Dexter. We're going to try to make some other shit happen on this page. But I don't want to be known as a Scream channel anymore. I think that there's a little bit of a bad rap with it these days, sadly, which makes me sad because there was a time where it was really fun and now not as much. So I just hope you stick around. I hope you guys vibe with this page moving into March. Things are going to change pretty drastically. I'm not going to lie. And it's something I'm scared to do, but I feel like if I don't take this leap, I'm always just going to be thinking about it and wishing I could make that happen. And we're just going to go full force into it. So I really, really, really hope you guys will stick around. Let's make this happen. Let's do some fun shit. And let's hopefully this channel doesn't just die because we pivot too hard. But please stick around. It'll be fun. We got some really fun, crazy shit going on in the future. I have some really fun things planned for the rest of the year, with some other big horror movie releases like Evil Dead Burn, Ready or Not 2, Insidious, Chapter 6, and also if there's a new VHS this year, you know how much I love that franchise. So please stick around. We got some fun shit coming up. And a few more super chats, and then we're going to get into Resident Evil. Jason Carpenter's throwing $5 out there saying, Scream 7 is the definition of a mixed bag. The things I love about, I absolutely love, while things I don't care for really don't land. Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from with that. There are definitely some big moments of this film that can really be, over the top and crazy. And I think that's, enough for some people. They flubbed the commentary, they flubbed the character development. They flubbed things that, like, for me at least, I think every other Scream film has figured out at some point. They never got that figured out in this film, and I don't think I can forgive it for that. Or for just stomping on fan theories and like giving people, certain Scream fans, the middle finger. That's something I think I'm just never gonna forgive this film for. But Jason, I'm glad that there was parts of this movie that you loved. Is what I'll say. Thank you for the 5, my friend. I really appreciate your support. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. Throwing 5 out there saying, I mean like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sort of thing, or split personality. Oh, like a split personality Ghostface kind of thing. Like one side of him is killing and the other is not. So maybe that's why people don't suspect him. I mean, yeah, that I don't know if that's necessarily been done or not. You got to be careful with stuff like that. There's a lot more research into split personalities and schizophrenia these days that aren't necessarily like people turning into monsters. And I think that's a big thing to point out, why there hasn't been so many stories like that recently, or when stories come about like that, there's controversy around it. 'Cause it's like, well, that's not really how it works, So I think for me, that's a tough thing. That's a tough story to tell. It's a tough story to tell unless you want to dive into some supernatural territory. So I'd be wary of a story like that, is what I'll say. But it's interesting. It's intriguing for sure. It's a cool concept on paper. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 5. Jason, thank you for the 5. You both rock. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very short break. We'll be right back with some Resident Evil. I'm very excited for it. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for the support of the page, Talking Scream. We'll have some crazy videos here in another 2 weeks. I desperately need this break. It's been a crazy couple of months. But in the meantime, I have some messages from Mr. Art the Clown. I'll see y'all in a sec. That was the wrong button. I'm so sorry. Wait, this is the right one. Here we go.
Wonder what I got.
Yo, 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 everybody. What's up? What's up? We are back. We're playing some Resident Evil Requiem. Wreck 'em. And I'm excited for it. The last 2 nights we've been playing this game, I'm gonna be so honest with y'all, this is the scariest horror game I've ever played. Erica, what's up? What's up? How are you? Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate ya. Let's get into this crazy shit. I am so hyped up, man. Last night was scary as fuck with this game. Tonight ought to be the same. We are checking out the East Wing. Where we searched the West Wing yesterday. Yeah, we have not gotten in there yet. That's where, what's his face was? Where Leon was. We've not figured out how to get into the pantry yet. Security level 3. Okay, right. Okay. All right. One more thing I just want to check out. What my inventory is looking like. We got 1 antique coin. I don't really need that on my person, but we'll see what's up. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 5. If Kevin just writes and directs 8, which we hope he does, he should focus on writing the script first, then directing it. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I really think it's one of those situations where I just think they need to go back to the drawing board and not, you know, make any rash decisions. A big thing I'm worried about moving into Scream 8, which is kind of going to be a big focus of my video on Monday, tomorrow. The thoughts going through my head right now is I don't want them to make a movie where they're like, you guys are dumb for not liking Scream 7. And I'm honestly kind of worried about that. That would, if you think this movie was harsh to fans, I mean, my God. That's just brutal. So I really hope that they I don't know. I just hope they don't go down that route where it's like just fan bashing. If there's a duality of that, dude, nothing is going to turn me off from a franchise more than that. Y'all already did it once in this movie. I ain't showing up to the theaters again if all you're going to do is tell the fans they're idiots for having an opinion. So I'm worried that's going to be the case now that 7 has had not a great reaction from critics. Pretty harsh. You know, again, you can say what you want about the audience scores, but the critics have been pretty fucking hard on this movie, dude. So, I thank you for the 5, though, my friend. I appreciate it. YB is saying, I did like the lead up to the bar scene and the suspense of Chloe hiding from Ghostface. I felt like it was getting the nostalgia of how everyone was conveniently in one room for Ghostface to strike. I mean, okay, I mean, I'm glad you liked that. It felt obvious to me. It was like we're getting everybody together and everyone's going to immediately split up, and that's exactly what happened. So for me, I guess I was kind of rolling my eyes at that, but I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad that was cool for you. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm just like I looked at that scene and I'm just like, man, it didn't do anything for the characters either. Like it was kind of like, oh well. You know, I guess Lucas and Celeste O'Connor were kind of flirting with each other for a minute there. I don't know. I guess it just didn't do much for me. I wish it did. I wish I appreciated that a little more. But it was kind of just it was faux character building is how I looked at it. But I'm glad it worked for you. I'm glad that was a scene that was good for you. I couldn't stop thinking to myself, these are theater kids. These are the softest theater kids ever. None of these characters are suspicious. And to me, the whole point of that scene was Mindy pointing the finger at all these characters. And I'm like, Mindy, are we looking at the same group of kids here? Are we looking at the same group of children and thinking that any of these characters could put on a mask and kill someone? They're the sweetest little dorks. I don't know. But that's just me. If they want to take the gloves off, we can get into a Wendy's roast off. Is that what you just said? I love that. All right, guys, let's go fight some monsters. YB, thank you again for the 10. Thank you for supporting the page. It really does mean a lot. Let's get into the East Wing here. We got ourselves a little card. Let's swipe that puppy. Got another space in my inventory, too, that just expanded. Because I got a little pouch, which you can't see because I'm first person. But pretty damn exciting stuff. What horrors await us here? The fuck is that sound? Okay, it's that. Mr. Raccoon's taken out, baby. The worst enemy in this whole game. It's another lock. That's no fun. We don't have any lock picks, dude. Not sure where you're supposed to get those. Ant Bro saying I'm going to go see it again on Tuesday. I really didn't like it too much, but I want to watch it again for the kills. I like weirdly want to see it again. Can't use this here. Yeah, it's a lockpick. Okay. Locked from the other side. That's no fun. We're going to have to go down the dark and scary hallway, fellas. This is a quiet zone. Don't scream in the library. What was even the point of opening that? Come on now. Give me something. Don't like that door is halfway open. Appreciate the green herb down here, though. Okay, that's something. We can combine these puppies together. But you gotta do it the right way. In the old games, you used to be able to just drag and drop them. I miss that. Those were the days, man. What the fuck?
Fetch your bladder and go.
What? What the fuck am I? What am I looking at right now? Oh my god. Okay. Let's take a pause here. Don't kill me. Thank you for the 5. When Nancy Loomis appeared, did anyone go Billy's mother? I was thinking of Mickey saying a surprise cameo just for you. I think that if Timothy Oliphant was in this movie and he said Billy's mother, you know, just like with the neck movements and all that, I think I would have liked it. That actually would have been awesome. I couldn't complain about that. I was rolling my eyes at that whole scene. I'm so sorry. You know what? I've actually kind of come around to Billy's mom, but nostalgic cameos, dude, come on now. At least have them have a purpose, for God's sake. It's just like they just kind of showed up on a green screen. I don't know. It was just very condescending to me. It was just very like lacking in thoughts, executed poorly, as you're saying. Thank you for the 5, though, my friend. Billy's mother, only great because of Timothy Oliphant. Tennis, YB is throwing $10 out there. Thank you. You're saying, but the victims felt too expendable. Hannah and Lucas had more potential, especially Hannah. We could see how Sydney and Tatum's relationship came to be and act better than Chloe's. Like first Tatum. Let me read that again. Wait, what? But the victims felt too expendable. Hannah and Lucas had more potential. I agree. Especially Hannah. She could see how Sydney and Tatum's relationship came to be and expect better than Chloe. McKenna Grace being a big kill, I think, was kind of like similar to Sarah Michelle Gellar. You know, she was a pretty big actress back in the late 90s, and she gets killed very early on in Scream 2. That, to me, I feel like is the same kind of energy. McKenna Grace, also in a ton of stuff these days, very popular actress. And yeah, she's great. She's awesome. That kill was awesome. Big highlight of the movie. Maybe my favorite scene in the whole film, if I'm being honest. And I agree. There was stuff with Hannah that they had set up that didn't go anywhere. Like she was talking about having a party that night. Why did we talk about that so much? Why was that such a big focal point? I don't know. It's a big thing. We're going to get to the games in a second here. I'm so sorry, guys. But I do appreciate the support of the page, YB. Thank you so much. And yeah, I wish there was more setup and character building with some of these characters. I wish that they had done some more creepy things with them. I mean, I guess Ben, they tried to do some shit with this. He was also creating deep fake Stu videos. I don't know what that was all about. But I wish they had done something a little more menacing for these other characters. Don't Kill Me is also throwing another 5 out there saying, talking games, what do you think of the James Bond coming out next month? There's a new James Bond game coming out? Dude, I fucking love, GoldenEye and what's the other one? Fuck. What's the sequel to GoldenEye? That one's, it's like Night something. You know what I'm talking about? That one's really fun. I love the old school James Bond games. I played those so much at a younger age. Some great stuff there. But I'm all about some new James Bond. That would be fun. I love horror games, man. Resident Evil is one of my favorite games ever. And I got to be honest with you guys. This Resident Evil 9, this is one of the best games I've ever played. This is one of the best video games I've ever played. I'm only 2.5 hours into it so far, and it's so fucking scary. It's awesome. But Don't Kill Me. Thank you for the 5. I do appreciate it. Nightfire. Thank you, film gamer. Yeah, Nightfire is a lot of fun too. But a lot of fun James Bond games. Thank you for the 5 though, my friend. All right, let's see what we can get out of this body with no organs.
Oh God.
There's something under the shackle.
Radium is not the cloud by any means.
Oh, there's a zombie over there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, I don't know the code to that.
The gallbladder naturally improves the disposition.
Hemolytic injector, a special drug that destroys infected blood cells, prevents corpses from mutating, and can be used to stealthily take out enemies. Oh, hell yes. If you sneak up on an enemy from behind, you can use that injector to take them out instantly. The same strategy can be used on staggered enemies. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. He exploded into blood. Bro, I was going to say, you better die. Come on, man. I shot you in the head so many times. Okay, that was awesome. Yeah, y'all saw him explode into blood like Ready or Not 2 or some shit? That's crazy. Okay. I feel like they're setting up for Stu's return in 8. God, I hope so. God, that would be great. Okay, so there's something underneath this shackle. Oh, that's what's up. Okay, I see what they're talking about. I'm like, what do they mean there's something underneath that shackle? There's something green under there. Oh, you know what it is. It's the clearance thing, dude. What do you think's in that safe, fellas? Gotta be something good in there. All right, I got 4 bullets and a makeshift knife still. Do I have a map of this yet? Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 5. I had an idea for Mindy's death. The killer would show Mindy a video of Randy dying to distract her, and then they would kill her. I mean, yeah. I mean, that would be a great scene using all the deepfake stuff, right? If that was something they could have done here, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Mindy just didn't seem to be too big of a focus. She was more of like a side character in this one. I like I said earlier, I thought Mindy this was the best version of Mindy in the whole thing for me personally. So I would have liked to have seen just more of Mindy. The big thing I loved about her was I love that she's gunning to be the next Gale Weathers. That to me was just a ton of fun. I thought that was a really good direction for her character, opposed to being like this pseudo Randy who's just getting everything wrong. We still played into that a little too much, in my opinion, at times, but I love the idea of her being the new Gale Weathers in an upcoming flick. That could be really fun. I love having a young face for that, so I'm here for it. But dude, I appreciate the 5. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah, I'm actually, I will say another point to that just real quick. I can't believe Randy wasn't in this flick for the AI commentary stuff. Like, what the hell is Jamie Kennedy doing these days? You're telling me he wasn't in this flick? What's up with that? That's crazy. But dude, thank you for the 5. Really appreciate you supporting the page. Thank you. Thank you. What does that sound? Oh shit. God, I'm scared. Blood collector, an analysis device that collects blood, which can be altered to craft other items? What? Wait, go back. Use the blood collector to gather infected blood, which can be harnessed to craft useful items. What is going on in this game? There is so many new things to this. This is wild. You can increase your crafting capabilities by analyzing blood specimens with the laser microscope.
This might be useful.
Where? Where are there... I'm hearing people bust through doors. Where? Oh God, I'm so scared. Okay. I don't think I should be reading this right now. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm getting attacked. I'm just gonna collect some blood. And I'm gonna go over here. Blood specimen denatured. A sample of mutated blood. Analyzing it with a laser microscope allows you to catch handgun ammo and hemolytic injectors. Thank you for the 5 again. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. You're saying how how did a person working at a mental ward know all this stuff to say to Sydney during the final act? You know, I guess I'm just not 100% what do you mean, like, no, working at the mental ward, know all this stuff to say to Sydney during the final act? I mean, we learned that he was like an AI specialist or some shit. If you're talking about Ethan Embry's character, I guess that he was in on it from Anna Camp's perspective too. I guess I'm not 100% sure. I think there was more to him than what met the eye. Is my answer to that question. So I'm not 100. I guess I'm just not 100% sure. A lot of questions, a lot of holes with this movie, in my opinion. But again, I do really appreciate the support. Thank you. All right, let's see what this blood is all about, shall we? If this zombie doesn't come in here and mess around with me. Put this blood in there first. See what that... Maybe this makes some of the stuff that we were using earlier to make people explode. Activating all atoms. Conversion 0. Minimum steps 1. I am so confused. What's happening here? I did it. You can now craft handgun ammo. What? It was that easy? No way. Oh shit. You can create new items in the crafting menu by combining items together, obtain new recipes by analyzing blood specimen with the laser microscope. Oh shit. Necro is saying no spoiler, just helping the game doesn't tell you. Don't open the door in the room with the typewriter upstairs here until there's nothing left for you to do. You don't care about everything mutating. Or you don't care about everything don't open the door in the room with the typewriter upstairs. Okay. I'm going to remember that. That's really good advice. Thank you. I appreciate that, Necro. Thank you. Because there was a little hint of like, oh, everyone's going to mutate in a second here. And I'm like, oh, God. You can turn the knives into scrap. I don't really want to do that, though. Handgun ammo is... What is that? What is that item? And scrap. Okay, so scrap mixed with that turns into ammo. Well, I guess I have 2 of these knives. I might as well make some ammo, right? All right. Not bad. On second watch, you really loved Scream 7 is what you're saying? That's cool. Rock on, my friend. I'm glad you liked it a little more on the second go around. Wait, where's the blood that I collected? Girl, I collected blood. What are you talking about? Hang on now. I got jump scared during Avatar game with wolf things. Oh, if you got jump scared during that, my friend, you're going to be shitting your pants watching this. Thank you for the 5. This dude, man, we... The baby thing still fucked me up on the first stream. That has maybe been the scariest thing so far. The West Wing last night was pretty crazy, though. All right, blood compound synthesis. The custom blood collector that Dr. Richardson ordered has finally arrived. To be honest, I was skeptical at first, but I'm genuinely impressed by its effectiveness. Combining infected blood with our experimental substances has been such a challenge for us, but this device makes it so easy. This is sure to improve the efficiency of our blood research and speed up analysis for further mutation patterns. Hell, motherfucking yeah. All right, still don't have anything to... Don't do that. Don't you do that right now. Oh my God. Are you going to bed? Good night. Okay. I'm only going to be on for probably like 45 minutes. This game is so good. I want to play this all night long, but I won't do that to you, I promise. Just put your headphones on, babe. It's all good. Was there seriously scraps in here, dog? Now that makes me mad. No, that's some crazy shit right there. Did I miss something in the chat? I'm just making sure. Okay, no, I didn't. All right. And one other thing, I want to see the map. Wait a fucking minute. What? Oh, infected blood. I'm like, what is going on here? Am I dumb or something? Okay, wait. Oh, if I go back and get all that infected blood, there's a bunch of shit that I can make, is what it's trying to tell me. So, like, it's saying go back and get all of that. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that real quick. Oh, wait, he's dead. Hang on. Oh, I can just suck up blood from him? Look at that. Look at that, guys. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. When you do your Lethal Collective stream, you should mention the movie Scream Lens to Fate. Oh, we are definitely going to be talking about Scream and Scream 7 tomorrow. Don't you worry. We will be talking all about it on stream. I think it's going to be on Knight's channel. So give it a watch. And then I'm going to have Knight on the page Thursday, the Night Watch Zone, and we are going to talk all about Scream 7. I think that might be when we do our little Ghostface ranking. So please stop on by for that. It's going to be fun. Erica, thank you for sharing out his link. Knight rocks, as you guys know. Knight is amazing. Can't use this here. Girl, what do you mean? Oh, that's just the blood collect. Wait, I get it now. Okay. Hang on. I understand what's happening. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Okay, that's my... I'm sorry. I was not understanding that. That's just the blood collector. I thought I was supposed to put that into the machine and I could learn more from it. But never mind. Okay. Okay. Silly old Jake. So I can't really go back and collect more blood, right? Like, what's the point in doing that? Organless corpse. Door without hand wheel. Can I go back and do anything? I might as well just keep going, right? Might as well just keep going and exploring new places. So that's what I'm going to keep doing, damn it. We need some lockpicks, baby. We're looking for lockpicks. We're looking for keys. Look at this motherfucker with a big-ass cleaver. Are you kidding me right now? That was so scary. Absolutely not. I keep hearing scary sounds, and I'm freaking out. I don't like it. Stop it right now. Isolation ward? You know there's nothing good in there. Like, are you kidding me right now? Okay. All right. Let's make some stuff out of blood. Because I need bullets to survive this. Give me some blood, baby. Nothing like some ground blood to set. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! God, that scared me so bad. What the fuck? Dog, get out of here. Oh my god, just go down already. Are you kidding? Bro, I am slicing the crap out of you. Come on now. Come on now. Let's see what's down this hallway a little bit. Shall we? That seems like the place you're supposed to go. This feels like a room with stuff in it. I need a room with stuff in it right now. I hope you guys understand how important that is. Oh, there's definitely people in here. There's people in here with weapons. That's not good. That is not good at all. We're at caution. Can use a little bit of that. That's cool. That's cool, baby. Shut up. He's telling me to shut up. I don't appreciate that. Oh, we've done a loop. Look at that. We're back here. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? All right, so we clearly gotta. Okay, you said don't go. Someone said don't go upstairs in the typewriter room, and I'm guessing that's this room here. So do we got to put organs back in that guy? That's the big question for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna figure out that journal entry. You know, I gotta be honest, I think what I loved about this game starting off was that the big switch between Leon and this character. And now we're kind of just not doing anything with this with Leon. I miss Leon. I miss being able to shoot these zombies and picking up a ton of bullets. It's been scary for a long time. I think we might have enough antique coins to go to the go back to the records room or whatever. Someone was saying don't go up these stairs. You'll get fucked up if you go up these stairs. But I kind of want to go up these stairs. I kind of don't know what else I can do without going up these stairs. But I'm not going up these stairs. All right, let's kill this dude. Hey, no, you stay down. Come on now. Come on now, buddy, we got a system here. Look at that. Go upstairs, just don't open the door in the typewriter room. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, to go upstairs, just don't open the door in the typewriter room. Got you. Got you. Transfusion bag. A transfusion bag full of infected blood. Use it to refill the blood collector. Any leftover blood will be discarded. Oh, sick, dude. And we got some infected blood off the ground. This is great. I love this game. This is way too much fun. Nothing in there. All right. Well, this knife is pretty useless to me now. So we're going to turn it into bullets. Oh, and look at all this stuff. I'm so glad I came into this room. To all staff, we will be updating the following safes. East Wing, 1F, waiting room. West Wing, 2F, bar and lounge. Wait, what is it? Blurred and illegible. The remaining safe will be replaced at a later date. But what's the code for it, buddy? Does it say? Damn, I want to know the code for the safe, though. And we got some scraps, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, nice. We have ammo. We're going to need more ammo. So I think we save it is kind of where I'm at. Let's explore the rest of this room before I do it. Before I make my decisions of where to go next. I really need a makeshift knife is what I need. That's what I need pretty badly. I did look in the safe back there. Yeah, there was some antique coins. I picked them bad boys up. Oh, you know what's up, dude. Some good shit in there. I think I have to shoot this now because I can't. I have no... Oh, I can just do that. Sweet. Handgun ammo? That's what I'm talking about. I've been looking for that for some time now. Okay, that didn't do anything. But that's cool. All right. Not bad. I don't think we can do anything about this lock yet, so we're just going to go back to the antique room because I don't really know. Or no, you said go up the door. The blood bags combined with the injector, I believe. I think it said any leftover blood will be discarded, though, and I got 80 in the thing. So let me use that first, and then we'll be golden. I don't like that. Ooh, some scraps. Getting all kinds of shit going on in here. I am gonna, now that I got 2 scraps though, I am gonna make one of these bad boys. Perfect. We got a lockpick, fucking finally. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, this is the room with the typewriter. Don't open the door in the typewriter room. That's the door in the typewriter room. Gotcha. We ain't gonna open that. Heard. Yeah, there's probably some crazy shit in there I can see. I am gonna save though. Okay. I'm feeling good about this, baby. Okay, that person's just... oh my god, what the fuck? Bro, what? What am I supposed to do about that? What am I supposed to do about that thing? Are you kidding me right now? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more of those, buddy. Oh, he's just coming in. Oh, he's just coming in. Okay, nope, we're just gonna leave. Oh, you jumped, Shanta? I shit my oh my god. Well, he's probably not gonna come in here, right? The zombies are too afraid to come in here. Okay, all right, fantastic. Well, just not gonna go back that way. Not really sure what I can... All right. This is great. Well, let's look at the map, shall we? All right, so second floor. Another antique coin up there. I think that door upstairs was, that was a lockpick, wasn't it? I'm on this floor. That door we couldn't get into. The bar in the lounge had like a ton of zombies in it, and that's why I didn't go in there. ID wristband. What? How did I miss that? Oh, because the thing jumped in front of me. That's why. God, he was right there. He was ready for me. Jeez. There's dudes in both wings that prevent me from getting in there. Crazy. All right, let's just see what happens when I open this door. Surely he can't still be in here, right? Oh, he's right there. Okay. All right, we got to get that wristband. Oh, and a map. That's what I'm talking about. Bam. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I hear singing and I don't like that. All right, get the blood and we gotta go. Get the blood and we gotta go. Erica's making a really good point, guys. Those stab shirts are at the merch store right now and they're gonna be gone soon. Oh, the safe is 30, 10, 50. Nice. Good to know. Okay, hang on. Leave item and close inventory. Okay, hang on. It's fine. God, I really need another knife. I am hurting without that. There's only a few more rooms and one singing zombie. Where is she? I do not have eyes on her at all. Do they stack? Oh, they totally stack. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bam. Look at that. You're so right. Oh, she's on the floor. Oh, you thought I wouldn't notice, didn't you? Nope. I'm ready for him. I'm ready for him, baby. God, that was scary. Jesus. That's so scary. I keep looking behind me. I keep hearing stuff everywhere, man. Yeah, get wrecked, nerd. Dude, that big dude comes up behind me, I'm gonna cry. I got a knife. No mutation there. Oh, so if she does that, they keep getting up and they keep, right? Hey! Stop it! Stop with the singing! Stop with the singing! Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Please stop singing. Oh, man. It's freaking me out, man. Oh, my God. Okay. You can play this with all that in your ear? Dude, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it so big. Oh, my God. Following an experiment with an overdose of Ziprifol, the subject started to have auditory hallucinations and become aggressive and difficult to control. The subject exhibits erratic behavior when exposed to loud noises. Yeah, that's clear. That's very clear from all that. My God. Yeah, I think I want to take her out, but she's going to be a problem if she comes back to life. So we're just going to make her explode into blood. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Look at all this handgun ammo. Nice. Don't even got to turn that into nothing. All right, there's definitely got to be more in this room. Corrosive. A glass bottle of strong acid can instantly corrode certain metals. Interesting. I wonder what I'll need that for. Okay, okay. What metal thing needs to be corroded? We're getting all kinds of answers to things. The corrosive is the part of what's behind the door so you can leave it to free up your inventory. Wait, what? What's behind the door? Oh, oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna go put that in the box. I know exactly what you're talking about. So we're gonna wait to do that until later, is what you were telling me. Oh, and look at that. We got ourselves another antique coin. We can buy a bunch of cool stuff now. Okay, anything else that I'm missing? I don't want to miss anything else. I went over here already. Yeah, I totally did. Yeah, okay. Nothing there. If that big dude is coming up the stairs right now, I'm going to cry. Okay, no, he's not. Is there a box in this room somewhere? There's not. There's literally just a typewriter. I feel like I should save. I feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm going to save again. I feel like that was a pretty big win for me. That whole little scene. Scrap's still in the locker, though, I think. I didn't see you pick it up. I don't think I see any more. I think I did get that scrap. I think I know what you're talking about, and I think I did get that. All right. Is my fella down here? Is my dude hanging with us? Hey, yo, my guy. He's not down there. Oh, he's somewhere, though. I just gotta run. I just gotta run. Actually, wait, isn't that level 1 clearance? Oh, it's literally a closet? Yes. Let's go in here. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Blood specimen. Converged. A sample of mutated blood, analyzing it with a laser micro... Okay. I know exactly where to take that. I need those. Powerful, large caliber cartridges. The destructive power and impact from the sheer mass of bullet delivers overwhelming... Oh, shit, okay. I don't have any room for this, but that's crazy. Yeah, leave it there, and we'll be back. I think I got everything. I want to get out of here. Oh, those bullets are for the Magnum that Leon gave you. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long day. Cool. Gotcha. Got you on that. I can craft med injectors with this. That's actually kind of sick. I'm gonna store. Wait, no, wrong button. Gonna store that for now. I'll be back for that in a sec. Is there... There's a simple lock here, so I guess I'll take the lockpick with me. I mean, why not? Why not use it on that? I could use it on, like, one of these other things, though. I don't know. I don't really know where I want to use the simple lockpick. I guess I'll take it to the... I'll take it there. Fuck it, why not? All right. I do have level 1 clearance, though. Where else? I could go there. That's another level 1. Oh, I gotta go to the blood lab. Yeah, there's another closet I can get into. That's crazy. All right, let's try to sneak past this fella, shall we? Oh, there he goes. I just saw him go. Rare metal? Oh, I can create ammo for the thing with that. Okay, cool. Cool, I guess. Gotta move quick, gotta move quick, gotta move quick. Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. There's too much going on. I'm overstimulated. My master's research has come to fruition, and that child, she must be the final piece of the puzzle. I need to get my hands on the child's data. I'm sure this will bring me closer to his vision. Gross, bro. December 8th, 2004. Wow, but this one goes back. The organization was able to get me the child's medical records. It was lacking in certain areas, but did have her genetic information. I can use this. Okay, great, dude. Okay, we're gonna leave that because, oh my god, there's so much going on. Okay. I can hear my dude out there, bro. Maybe I can just play with this thing and it'll be fine. Dang it. Okay, that's not doing it. It's a little bit, this is a difficult puzzle here. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Nearly there. Nearly there. So I gotta turn that one. That's what's up. We did it. I can do med injector stuff now. That's great. Please don't come in here, bro. I literally am screwed if you come in here. Okay. I'm just praying he doesn't come in here at this point. That's all I got. He's just hanging outside too. That's great. This is wonderful. I'm so glad that this dude is out there. What's up, CJ? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Thanks for being with us. Well, that's not what I'm gonna want to do there. Okay. Yeah, okay. I could have seen that not working. Here we go. I'm just gonna keep clicking things and maybe it'll maybe it'll work. So you kind of want to, like, here's what I'm getting from this. Minimum steps for conversions. Okay. This is a tough puzzle. I don't know why this is fucking me up so bad. Reset, then click center cube, then click cubes on end not connected to it. Can I literally just hit R and reset? That's so cool. Click center cube, then click cubes on the end not connected. See, they're all connected though. That guy's connected, that guy's connected. Okay. There we go. Now see, here's that's the problem with this. Bam. Okay, that's what you meant. Yeah, these mini games are not great. Okay, what can I craft now? Wait, hang on. I'm just curious. I'm just curious what I can do. Med injectors, ammo. I can make a knife now with enough scraps. Wait, that's actually great. Steroids dramatically strengthen muscles and increase max health. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. No way. I need 120 blood. Increase firepower and stability of shots. Oh, okay. Wait, hang on. We're making one of these. We're so doing that. We got to just get some more blood. Oh, he's close. Oh, he's close. Oh, he close. Okay, hang on. Oh, see, I don't want to really... Yeah. I don't think it makes sense to do that because... Oh, there's scraps somewhere and I missed that. Do you hear him just making... This dude's making some of the scariest, craziest noises ever, and I'm... Yeah. Anyways. I think he's like... Oh, I'm hearing him through the window. I'm like, what am I... Where am I hearing this guy? Yeah, I won't lose any blood, but what I'm thinking about is I need 120 milliliters to upgrade my max health. Oh, look at him right there. Look at this dork. If I just get 20 more blood, then I can upgrade my max health. And that's like, that would be kind of sick. Please play this more on stream. I appreciate it, dude. This is actually so much fun. You can't get 120 until you buy that thing in the closets. Oh, for real? So I might as well just do it, huh? Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I can make that ammo, right? I should have gotten rid of that back at the box. I don't really need that. Empty injector, crafting material, use it to make steroids or stabilizers. Right, that's for the other thing. Okay, I gotta put that back in the... Okay, lots of things going on, and I'm scared as fuck. So, I'm not thinking clearly. I think my guy's like right there. Oh, he's right there. Perfect. God, that noise is atrociously terrifying. Hang on. Pause. Organless. We know the code. We know the code. What was it again? Hang on. 30, 10, 50. Nope. The RE9 has not been in one house. We were at the like a hotel for a little while, and now we're at like some sort of estate where all these like fucked up things happen, which is I think kind of a vibe. Okay, so where do we need to go now? We need to go to. Hang on, we got to go to the box. I need to put some stuff in a box. And then we got to spend these goddamn antique coins because, my God, I got so many of them. Okay, we're going to store that, and we're going to store that. I guess I could use... Yeah, I could use a lot of this stuff. I got to spend these... things, so we're going to try to get that done. So we can get some bonus points. It has not been in Raccoon City yet. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, fuck, dude! Maybe he won't see me in here. Fuck, that's so scary. Oh, I can get one of these here. Look at that. Let's go, baby. I'll take it. I can just get that now. Get wrecked. Okay. My God. My God, this game is scary. Okay. Okay. We're going to use that. Max health increased. Love it. Now what is this? Increases the blood collector's capacity by Oh, man. Yeah, man, we are just on it tonight. Has it been in Raccoon City or is that long? Yeah, no, we're Raccoon City. I imagine we're going to next. So Leon got he got kidnapped earlier, and I really think that's because the dude is taking him to Raccoon City, which is cool. It says there's infected blood in here. Can I use that up? Yeah, I guess I can now. Okay, there we go. And now I can make one of those injectors. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, let's look back at... We're making some progress, guys. This is happening here. Destroys infected blood cells, prevents corpses from mutating, can be used to stealthily take out enemies. I'm going to use that on this motherfucker because I'm going to have to come back to this room at least one more time. So I don't want him popping up again, having to use up bullets. You know, that's no fun. Oh shit, he's right there. Oh shit. Get wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked, nerd. Jake, if you spin and you shoot the number, you can get a prize. Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Oh, so if I shoot the... Okay. I can shoot something and get a prize? I like getting prizes. I'm all about prizes, man. Okay, so basically, I need to go back to... Oh, there's infected blood back in the guard office? Hang on now. Basically, where I need to go next, like, I think what's up next is I got to go through these different security points and get some stuff. So I got to go back to the West Wing. I'm gonna go just to the second floor real quick because I know that there was a whole room up there that I didn't explore. Oh, and look at that, some infected blood, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I was wondering what the roulette table is. I'm like, what's even going on with this? What's happening here? Oh, there's an herb right here? Bro, how did I miss that? No way. I guess I don't really need... Yeah, I guess I don't really need the herb right now. I have 3 medical injectors, man. We're chilling on all that. I'm actually gonna... There's a few things I want to do with the box. So here, let me do a few things just real quick. Let's get ourselves some blood. First of all, fill this bad boy to the tippy top. Very nice. And then I think we can make a few things. We can do the rare metal. I don't know what... I'm actually not 100% sure what... Okay. Increase firepower and stability of shots by boosting focus. Effects are permanent. Yeah, I definitely want to do that next. Okay. So first of all, use that up. Okay, now we can shoot better. And then how do I make that ammo? I need more blood. For realsies? Damn. Okay. Yeah, for realsies. I need 100 blood to make that ammo. That's actually kind of crazy. That's a big ask. Show me the second floor here. So I guess I can go here. What's up, Gabe Houghton? How we doing? You got a Scream 7 theory that was brought to my attention. Not so sure if the ghost face in the opening was the same ghost face. You think it was a different ghost face? I like that. Oh, this motherfucker's still alive. That dude's still dead, thank God. All kinds of infected blood over here. That is what I'm into. You think the opening ghost face was Carl? That's actually kind of interesting. I'm really not 100%. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really feel like it might have been. Carl seems like the way that they characterize him, at least, it seems like he's just kind of like a crazed killer or something. Like escaped mental patient. So I kind of almost got the vibe of. Okay. I almost kind of got the vibe that like they just had him go after Sydney or something. He was like a pawn in their game. Sort of vibe. Should I take out these zombies over here? There's got to be some good stuff in this room, guys. I'm going for it. I see two of them, and there's a singer. Okay, two of them and a singing zombie. How did I miss this? Wait, how did I miss this? I have to get the hell out of here, but the whole building is locked down. I need to ask the chairman to get his quartz for me. I just heard another scream. My colleagues are killing each other. What the fuck is going on? I love that he had enough time to leave a note for us, too. That was really generous. Do you guys see the singing? God, that's obnoxious. I don't see the singer. Couldn't tell you where she is. Let's look at the map again. Where am I going next? What's the fucking plan here? That door I don't think I can get through. There's something I think that was a warped door or something. Honestly, I think my best bet is just to go back downstairs, because I'm just like I might as well just go to one of these fucking security points, right? I gotta get into the garage. That's where I gotta go. Door without handle wheel. Maybe this might be a little simpler. Going through the dining room and then getting all this. I don't remember any zombies there or nothing. Oh fuck. Oh no, they're asking for a fight. Bam! Get fucking wrecked. What's up, dork? Oh, oh my god. I keep hearing things behind me, dude, and it's freaking me the fuck out. Antique coin, nice. Jeez. Single bullet left. That's all I need. Oh, and we got more. Okay, thank God. Oh, oh man. Why is this game so stressful? Okay, now I can finally explore this room, though. It's kind of cool. Green herb. Almost missed that. Can't believe that. Safe. I don't think I have anything about a safe down here. Yo, no way. Wait a minute. Incredibly reliable handgun. Grace bought it for self-defense with her first paycheck. What? What do you mean I bought it with my first paycheck? It's sitting on the bar. Oh, this is my gun from earlier. Oh, no way. Wait, that's actually kind of funny. Sweet. Do I have the code for this? I don't think I have the code for this safe. Yeah, no, I don't. Hang on. Patient medical records, examination room, safe code. Yeah, I was going to say that. We'll be updating the following safes in the facility. East Wing. Yes, there we go. The remaining safe will be replaced at a later date. West Wing 2F Bar and Lounge. This is, I found it. That's the one. Okay, so I just haven't found the code for it yet. That's what's up. Still an antique coin that I haven't gotten here. Antique coin. Ooh, gotta love that. That's a cute little detail. Anything here? Nope. No, no, no. Oh, this door is locked from the other side. I see what's up. We're going to have to go... Oh, yeah, that's totally what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get in here, and then we can go through... Sorry. To there. Okay, so let's go check that out. Let's try to make that happen. Let's get some infected blood real quick first, though. I love that there's just these convenient buckets of blood everywhere. That's just so wonderful to me. I'm so glad that's conveniently there. Any more blood on this floor? I know I can't get into this room, but... See, here's my thing about this. Why is this here if I can't do anything with this? The door's warped. You just can't get in. Something's happening on this third floor. It's coming. I'm telling you. Oh, I don't trust that. Oh, I don't trust that one bit. Oh, that fella's coming to life right now, and he's fucking me up. Okay, he did it. Wow. Color me shocked. Okay. We got to figure out a way to get into the cold storage too, which I imagine is probably through... Oh, fuck. I got to go in there. That's a scary room, I remember. Warped doors are for Leon. Oh, because he can kick through them. Oh, you're so right. Oh, shit. Bam. Hip pouch. Oh, man, we are killing it now. This is what's up. Door won't open. Yeah, Leon's going to kick through it. You're right. I think that was it in this room. Damn, is that really it? Well, I guess Leon can get in here. I guess the next place I gotta go is that security point. Yeah, that's what's up. And best way to do that. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. Do I sneak through the kitchen? Wrong button. Where's that fucking zombie guy? There he is. Gotta get that. Wait, where am I going? Where am I going? Through the kitchen, right. Okay. Bro, go down. Bro, come on. I need you to fuck off. I forgot I don't have a knife. Just in case, just in case, just in case, just in case. Grab the blood and go. Grab the blood and go. We gotta go. Meat monsters coming. Okay. 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 Hang on. Hang on. Pause. 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 Cool. Oh my god, a save room. Thank the Lord. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm safe in here. Oh, it's so nice. We got ourselves a lockpick. Oh, life is good. Got ourselves some scraps. Everything I needed. Oh, Brian, thank you for the love. You don't understand how much I needed it. Okay. We're going to store that in there. I don't think we need a lockpick. Just fun fact. I think that's going to be for a different area. I want to see what's in the garage. What's on the second floor there? The office, records room, kitchenette. Okay. Okay, in that case, we are going to get... We need this bad boy. Why do I keep leaving the screen? I don't know. We're going to store these for now. I don't need to buy anything. Also store these, also store these, also store these. My god, I got 3 of these things. We're chilling. I have another gun. I mean, that's actually kind of sick. That might be helpful. I'm going to store this for now. Well, when am I getting back to that? Now we might as well do that now. Should I take the lockpick just in case? Like, just in case I need it? They're not giving... Well... Yeah, they're not giving that to me for no reason. The corrosive is... Someone said it was for something else. What's up, Hilton Live? What's going on? What's up? What's up? Ready or Not? Nate Smith is really excited for Ready or Not 2. It's going to be the movie of March, 100%. Totally agreed. And we are going to save. Anything around. Lemons fly, baby. What's up, Real Cinema Lemons? How we doing? There's a whole ass car in here, guys. There's no way we're not using that or one of these bad boys soon. Look at that. This one's even open. What in the hell is that? What? Girl, what are we doing right now? Do I just have that in my inventory? Okay. Okay, sure, I guess. And some handgun ammo. That's always what I'm talking about. I'm shocked no zombies in the garage. Hilton, your name is Anna. Anyway, Scream 7 overall fell flat. Wasn't worth all the hype, but it had enjoyable parts. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
What am I supposed to do about this?
Give me a fucking break.
Dog, what?
Oh, fuck.
Of course, the moment I think everything's fine, it all goes to shit. That's how this game gets you. It gets you all right. All right, okay. God, that was... What the hell even was that? That was crazy. Well, let's open up all this. Let's get ourselves our free handgun ammo. We deserve it after that. That was some chaos. Let's get out of here. I'm ready to leave. So organs. That's fun because we can take them to the other wing. Okay, what's the game plan here? We have a bunch of stuff. So what can I do? I think I should put the organs in the organless corpse before I go upstairs, because that's going to be a whole thing. Yeah, I mean, office records rooms, there's something to fight up there. There's no way there's not. I'm not really hearing anything, though. You know what? Fuck it. I'm here. Guys, I'm here. Let's do it. Let's see what's up. Is there a third floor? Hang on a minute. Oh, no, there's not. Okay, there's just more stuff to collect. That's also cool. No complaints from old Jake. We are getting full up on stuff, though, so might want to get back to that box downstairs in a minute. Ooh. Something's in here. Something is definitely in here with me. You know what? I don't feel like it. You know what, guys? I just don't feel like it. That's a lot. That's a lot to handle right now. And frankly, I'm ready to do something else. I'm ready to put some corpse in a body. Or what? Some organs in a corpse. That's what I'm ready to do. I'm ready to be in the safe room for a minute, actually. Can I be honest with y'all? This is a whole lot. The 2 guns is a little overkill when I have 13 bullets, huh? Oh, and this, man, store that crap. This is way better. This is way better. Okay. I didn't realize what I was missing out on. That Requiem's pretty good too, but I don't have a whole lot of bullets for it. Kind of want to save those. I have the wrench for the cold storage. And cold storage is like right there. Ugh, man. You know what? I might have to. I'm going to actually just save. I'm going to save, and I think I'm going to have to call it night because I'm just looking at the time, and I'm like, oh, wow, it's that late, huh? Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Greatly appreciate you a ton. Sorry about the abrupt ending. But my fiance has work tomorrow, and I'm probably keeping her up right now. So much love to you all. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We'll be live again on this page on Thursday talking some more Scream 7, so please stop on by. It's going to be a very fun time. And my God, this was fun and tense. I'm not going to sleep tonight after all this. Thank you all again for being here. So much love to you all, and I will see you all soon. Peace out.